All right. Oh, okay. Fuck this.
Did not think this through.
I did not think that. Cool. He's got. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't look like a douchebag.
Well, at least I had the hat on in the beginning.
He's got 2 tickets to paradise. We should tell Max to put the Mac over there so we can see stuff. And then we could have like a cool keyboard over here, and we could like hacks and no. Welcome to Sketchbook Heroes ASMR with me, Ilias,
And me, Robert.
So on today's episode, we're not going to talk like that because that is bullshit. I hate ASMR. And yeah. So today we're going to talk about procrastination, something that we're really talented at. And I'm guessing that some of you are as well. So
yeah, hopefully you'll get something out of this.
So before we start the episode, though, we're going to procrastinate a bit more.
Yes.
I'm also going to dive into Clubhouse, the new social app that everyone's sort of talking about on social media.
That I'd never heard about, but I saw that Ilias posted something about it, and now I'm going to get to learn what it is.
Yeah. So we haven't talked about this yet, So
yeah, I am a noob when it comes to this. I have no updates in regards of the poster, unfortunately.
So
yeah.
But I have so much to say about Clubhouse. So we'll fill that tool section up. And then WandaVision.
Wanda.
Oh,
we
man.
cannot not say it that way now.
It is so hard not to say it like that.
Wanda.
Hello, WandaVision.
Tell me Wanda. No.
I'm trying not to say Wanda.
Wanda.
Just like...
Like how's the cool way of sitting like this?
Yeah. I have no idea. This probably looks like shit.
Mirroring you. Yeah.
This is the only way I can sit on these chairs. That feels okay to me for a long time. Like I can sit like this.
I keep moving all the time.
Yeah, so do I. And I see it when it's like editing the podcast, after you sent it, and it's just like blah, 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 blah,
yeah. No, this is me, standard me.
This is me. Blah, blah, blah. I don't remember the song. Moving on.
Was that a song?
Yeah, Phil Collins' horse movie, Spirit. Horse,
Oh, I haven't seen that.
That is really good.
Everybody says that, but it's about a horse.
I know. That's what I thought as well. I was like, I'm now watching a movie about a horse.
Exactly.
Then I saw it with my kids, and I was like, this is fucking good.
Isn't it? No, that's not the Steven Spielberg thing, right?
This is Warner Brothers. DreamWorks, that's the one.
Yep.
I meant.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Totally the same thing.
Totally. So, how are you, buddy?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Actually, I haven't felt this good in a long time. Like the way that I'm starting to feel like passion about doing stuff.
And I can actually feel it in you when I am in you.
In me.
Yeah.
Cool.
No.
We're good.
Yeah.
We're good. We're back. I'm back. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
No, oh my God.
I could definitely feel it.
I can,
like,
being
smell
near
the coffee. You today.
Cool.
Like your energy has changed.
Yeah.
Just from last week, seriously. So it felt
last
really
week
good.
I was so tired because of, I don't know why, but I just haven't slept.
Good. Yeah, same here.
But
yeah.
But also with that comes what we're going to talk about today. Like I'm really, really sort of hyped about doing stuff at work.
Yeah.
And then my personal stuff, like right now I've done so much work stuff that, it's so much work stuff that my personal stuff has sort of been pushed down.
What personal stuff?
Exactly. Yeah. So this is going to be fun to talk about on like when we get started. So what have you been up to?
Oh, dude, just work, really. I feel really horrible about it, but it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Been making money and like I'm having a lot of fun at work. I'm doing a lot of fun designs. This past week has been pretty much all having to draw new things, which like it's really funny how that works. It always gets like grouped in chunks.
Yeah.
Like everything else in life.
Yeah.
But so I've had for the longest time just bigger projects that I keep working on. So
That must be fun though, that having these like bigger pieces that you can look forward to that are, you know, actually fun.
It is.
Like
it is
our
so
old,
much fun.
like the guy that you tattooed from school with the turtle stuff. That was fucking badass. Didn't he do the turtle? No, he didn't do the turtle ones. He did the.
Did you mean Martin?
Yeah.
No, Martin
no. Mireille's brother.
He did the Wolverine one.
Wolverine, thank you. That was the one I was thinking of.
Savage.
Yeah. Really cool.
And
more of that, dude. That was friggin' awesome.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be doing some more comic book stuff also. And I got another comic book thing thanks to that. So I'm doing Snake Eyes, but the comic book version, G.I. Joe, in a couple of weeks. And that guy also wants more comic book stuff. So
yeah, I'm actually like really into, because I've always loved your sleeve, and that one has always like.
I know how much you loved it when it was just black before the.
I don't even remember that anymore.
Because you were like one of them who was like, dude, are you sure you want to put color in that? Like that's really cool.
It's really nice.
The way it is. But I was so committed to doing color.
No, it was a good choice.
Yeah, but also it looked fantastic, just black. Like, yeah.
Yeah, but I kind of like the color now. Like, it's a nice contrast
it
to
works.
everything else, yeah.
Like, I like that duality. Actually, in a week, I am getting tattooed by Nelson. So I'm
Hook me up. I'm just...
so I'm doing my other half of the chest.
Cool.
So my right side is colored, and the other side is going to be sort of the inverted version of that. So just black with like X-ray vision of a bird and stuff. You'll see it on the Instagram when it's done. But I am actually nervous. I haven't been nervous for a tattoo in ages, but
that's cool.
With this, it's...
Is it because it's such a large part of your movie?
And also Nelson, and like I haven't been under his needle since I finished the arm, which was like almost 4 years ago or something now. Like maybe 3 years? No, 4 years.
It feels like longer, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's very exciting. But I haven't done anything this week. Sorry, tangent.
No, same here.
Just work. And
it's been a lot of fun work. Like I'm learning at a pace that is fantastic. And this week I hit like the first sort of like just like what the fuck? You know, the first like wall in the progression.
Yeah.
And that felt
good.
Less great. No,
but I mean,
but it's gonna happen naturally.
It grounds you, bro.
Yeah. So, but I'm super excited still though about like I have this drive sort of getting born, and it is related to Clubhouse as well.
Oh yeah.
It is such a it's like going to a convention without being at a convention, which is awesome.
You're hyping this so much.
Yeah, I know, but it's like I went in being a bit negative. Like, why would anyone want
another social media thing?
Yeah, like going in and talking to people. But we'll save that for later.
Yeah, but I tattooed Peter.
Oh shit! Yeah, from the Swedish nerd podcast Nördigt. Say that, kids. We're gonna just let you have the time to just say Nördigt.
Yes.
Swedish lesson. That's what we should have.
Actually,
every week we have a word.
Yeah.
And it's all about nerdy stuff. So
I mean, every week we do have a word, but yeah. So this week we have nördigt. Yes. Last week it was enhetligt.
So let's say that again, kids.
Enhetligt.
Nördigt.
Just a word. But that was a lot of fun. It's the first time I get to tattoo him. I have tattooed his wife a couple of times, which maybe sounds wrong. I don't know. Vanne, who is just also an awesome person. Both of them are. Like, they are the perfect couple, I think. And, like, they complete the total geekdom, I think. Like, together, they cover everything.
I love how she hates a lot on stuff, and he loves a lot on stuff. Like, he's overly sort of, like, he thinks that the Marvel Universe should be all happiness and fun, and she's a bit darker and like fuck that shit, blah blah blah, you know. Like, I love the contrast between them as well, because she does not agree, you know, on a lot of things,
and I agree with both of them always.
Same here, like
they're both always right.
Like, what I love about Vanna is that she also didn't like, you know, Endgame.
Oh yeah
I'm like, thank you, there's one person.
There is the other one.
Because we both came out of the cinema and like, what the fuck?
Okay, yeah. Fuck you, Wanda.
Next tattoo's on me. You just come by.
We actually did talk about doing a podcast while tattooing one of them.
That would be fun.
Just bring the mics and record and do just see what happens.
That would be cool. That would be really fun.
So hopefully that'll happen. Make it happen.
Yeah, we'll make it happen. But first we need to procrastinate the intro.
Yes, yes. But if you're Swedish and you are a geek and you haven't heard Nördetpodden, you know what to do.
Yep.
Ban them and just listen to us, of course.
Never go there.
Never, ever. Never.
They speak Swedish. It's weird.
Yeah, they're weird. Super weird.
Do you know how, our English has improved so much?
No.
Yeah, it has, because Chrissy's not here.
Yeah.
Chrissa. No, I said Chris. You fucking said it. Yes. You ruined this. Fuck you.
Yes.
Oh my God. He said Chrissy.
Vindicated.
Sorry, Chrissa.
Yeah.
If you're listening.
So sorry.
So sorry. He mind fucked me. He fucking did Jedi stuff on me.
Yes, I did.
God damn it. We just talked about this before. I was like, Chrissa, it's not even hard. Even my phone tried to blah, blah, blah. And then I just fuck up. Chrissa, we love you. Thank you for being here.
Yes, so much. We had a blast.
And the episode wasn't as much of
awkwardness as I thought.
And disaster as I sort of when you sit there and everyone's talking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is chaos. How can anyone listen to this and sort of enjoy it?
I could still hear that we had a little bit longer pauses. Almost like we were thinking about what we were saying for a split second longer than we normally are. But you said, we never think. But
it's also I take a lot of pauses when we have guests just to give them the room to think. Yeah. So I guess.
And that happens automatically.
Yeah.
So, but it's just that's the only thing that I thought of while editing and should I go in and cut it down? And I'm like, no, it's going to be too much of a hassle and it's not that bad. Nobody ever thinks about it. You've already heard the episode.
You've already heard the previous chaos. So how much worse could it possibly get?
Yeah, exactly. But I agree with you. It's so much more relaxed now. And well, again, I'm not thinking now. I'm just talking.
But the thing is, we don't have the comparison. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I thought it was a lot of fun, but now that you can't hear how good Chrissa speaks. It's just I was
talking.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm so excited to get more guests on the show.
Yes.
That was so much fun.
That we finally got, no offense to Maddie or Will or anybody because they're awesome, but we've had them on a couple of times. This was, for me, a brand new person. I said, I hadn't even looked at her Instagram before.
I tried not to read up on her either, so I could ask stuff.
Exactly. It was it was fantastic. It felt so good. I think that's why we're energized today as well. We had something new. And, in all fairness, it's easier doing one of those podcasts because
it is a lot.
We only ask, random, spontaneous questions. Yeah. And talk about crepes for some reason. That became a thing on Discord, I saw.
Oh, really? Yeah, I haven't been in.
They're discussing what's the difference between pancakes and crepes.
Oh.
So, yeah.
The stuffing?
No, I think it's a crepe is thinner than a pancake.
Okay, so you use less of the batter? What?
Exactly. It's all the same.
It's all the same. And with that said, let's dive into today's episode. But before we do that, please.
Or what he's about to say.
No, but seriously, guys, if you're listening on YouTube, smash that thing there and then press that thing up there. No, seriously, thank you for listening. We really appreciate it. I've seen that a lot of you are spreading the word, in your stories. And I've picked up the tempo and I'm retweeting, I was going to say. But, I'm resharing. That's the word.
Yes, we're sharing.
So we're sharing it in our stories. And if you tag us on our personal accounts, we'll give you double the exposure.
Exactly.
Yeah. So if you tag both the Sketchbook Heroes and our personal accounts, Robert will edit it in somewhere.
Yeah, it's down here.
Down here.
Yes.
Feel it. Taste it. Feel it.
Whatever iMovie effect.
Yeah. And also, if you have the time to pause the podcast and just go leave us a review on your iTunes or whatever podcast app you listen to and tell people why you like it and why they should listen. And if you insult us in the when you do it, we'll read it. So if you tag both the Sketchbook Heroes and our personal accounts, Robert will edit it in somewhere. Yeah.
Whatever
even better.
Yes.
Because I think that kind of captures the essence of the stupid that is the Sketchbook Heroes.
Plus, we can read it out loud and make fun of ourselves because that's kind of what we do.
And also do screenshot it and send it to us because I think that's the easiest way for us to see it because we can only see the Swedish iTunes store
that's right.
thing.
Yeah. Well, you know this. I
Yeah.
don't know this.
Now
I do.
you know this.
Yeah. Awesome.
And with that said,
Episode 133, intro. E. That was a real clap. That was a clap.
Artists of the world unite. Step out of your comfort zone into the danger zone.
They loved 80s cartoons. Even with beards and tattoos, you know they haven't changed at all. Filling sketchbooks every night, getting better with each line. Sketchbook hero, imagination burning. Sketchbook hero, sketchbook hero, pick up the sketchbook hero. They don't seem to have any line. Sketchbook hero.
and we're back.
Almost in black. Yeah.
Back in black. We're gonna talk. Cool.
And we're back.
No,
So yeah, procrastinating.
how did you come up with this topic?
I've been procrastinating. Derp. Yeah. No, actually, it was last week when I was so busy, just working all the time, and after work, coming home, eating, and then having to work again, which is normally what happens when I have to draw for the next day. I just felt like, God, I'm just working all the time. I don't ever have time to do my own stuff. Blah, 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 blah,
Yeah, when I hear us say stuff like that, it's like,
yeah.
listen to the
exactly.
previous episode, asshole.
Yeah. Yeah. But
Very nice.
so then I gave myself sort of a slap in the face going like, dude, you would never do that anyways. Like if you had time, you would just sit there on the couch, watch that stupid movie, or not even watch that movie. You'd have that movie on and then like flip through your phone or something stupid like procrastinating. I don't know.
Yes, that's
Whatever.
a word. Cool.
Yeah, something that actually sounds better than what I said.
Add here.
This thing. But yeah, like procrastinating while procrastinating. And I just figured why not talk about it,
Yeah.
more or less. And yeah, I like, that's the thing when you are thinking about all of this stuff, your phone is like reading your mind or just picking up everything, which is super scary. So I've been bombarded with YouTube clips about procrastination
What?
recently. Yeah. Yeah. So probably like on the sidebar thing there, if you shrink your screen, it's probably going to be like other clips about procrastinating. I've probably seen a few of those. I don't know. But I thought it was interesting. It is definitely like a big topic that so many artists or creatives or people in general do. We all do it. I know for a fact that I am the best at it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, seriously, I wait until the very, very last moment and then I do stuff because I have to. If I have 8 weeks, I'm going to have 7 weeks and 6 days of chilling out. And then I'm going to have 1 day or like 30 hours with no sleep and just like, oh my God. And then I get it done and that's how I work. But I've also accepted that I am that way.
Mm-hmm.
And sort of learned how to work with it. So I plan for it. That's why I do the designs the day ahead, the day before I do the tattoo, which is actually more time than I used to have.
Yeah.
Like when I started tattooing, I drew everything in the morning of the session, which was even more fire up the ass. But I didn't want to go up that early anymore. So it felt better this way, or it feels better this way. But all my life, like everything, if I'm studying for a test, if I am doing any type of freelance gig, anything, really. So, what do you think about the procrastinating?
The thing is, we share in the iPhone, we share a notes app.
Yes.
Or the notes, like a note in the app.
The
like,
sketchbook course.
Yeah,
Yep.
sketchbook horse. And not a horse, like,
I was going to try to save it.
but we got to edit in a horse and an X, like, not a horse. We're just like complicating the editing
Yes.
more and more.
Yes. Like, just make it simpler for me.
Not a horse. But a whore. No. But he just wrote... Jesus.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I just wrote...
It would be fun. Let's not go there. Fuck.
I'm not doing anything with any horses.
I know. But I'm
Or
just so...
horse.
No,
I don't want to Google horse.
no, I don't like horses either.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. My brain just wants to derail. Like, it's like, hey, bro, I found a sharp turn. Away from the
Sketchbook
topic.
horse.
Sketchbook
Come on.
horse. Wow.
Yeah. Follow
Yeah.
us on Instagram.
But that app, like when you wrote procrastination, WandaVision.
Yeah.
Oh my God, so many words we fucked up on this show.
Yeah.
But when I
episode
saw
ever.
like procrastinating I was like, oh my God, Robert read my mind. Because that's like at work, I feel like a machine. You know, like I'm producing, I'm doing all this stuff. And with my private stuff, like since
Your
I've been working...
privates.
Yeah, my private stuff, of course. That's what I call them. So I've been doing a lot of like work stuff, and the sort of like the personal creativity account is sort of like suffering because of it. And now there's some type of inner struggle that I need to do personal work to sort of get that back up. You know, I need it to sort of pendulum back and forth between work and personal stuff.
Yeah.
And now, like, I'm so high on the work side that I need, like, mentally, my brain is somehow, like, turning it around now. Like, I need to do something to motivate me doing the work stuff again. You know what I mean? Like,
you need to
I
level out.
Yeah,
again.
level out somehow. So I'm really, really, like, I have so much energy right now that I don't know what to do with. And today I ended up on one of the websites that sells PlayStation 5s, so, you know, like one of the electronic stores. And they actually had them in stock.
It's
and
crazy.
And I could have bought it, but then, like, I'm feeling so fucking motivated to do stuff that I decided not to buy it right now because I don't want to buy it and then just have it lying there.
Yeah.
So I thought I'm going to just not buy it this time and then just focus on creating, you know, stuff for me and for the podcast, like for us.
That's crazy.
Yep. That's what I thought
You
as
have
well.
gone mentally insane.
Yeah.
I don't know you anymore.
Yeah, but I think it'll all sort of be...
Worth it.
No, like it'll get clearer once I talk about the app as well.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
Yeah.
But so how are you, if you get those 8 weeks,
Yeah.
how much of that time are you going to be working?
I think I've actually gotten to the point where I can start stuff earlier. Because before I was like you know, like you get to the last week and then you're like, yeah, I should probably start this. And then you procrastinate up to the point where you only have too little time.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've gotten better. I think work has sort of taught me to start at some point. Like, because for me, sometimes just having the idea done, the rest isn't a problem. As long as I have, you know, the important stuff sort of on there.
Yeah.
And usually I have to send my work nowadays for feedback all the time. So
Yeah.
if I have 8 weeks, they're going to expect something along that time. So,
Yeah.
so I've gotten better. I've gotten a lot better. I don't need the fire right now. Like, I can get to it. Like, I see it as work now. Like,
It's more like just sort of smoldering.
Yeah, exactly. And also, I think I've gotten to the point where I just, like, can't let go of things, you know, when it comes to that. So I just, like, I'll probably put more time on it than I need to as well. So maybe it's gone the opposite side than before.
But it's, I mean, you've just become more professional.
I
mean, we both have in that sense. Like, we've learned how to work with our
with our crazy.
I guess, or deadline suckiness, whatever. But you've always been better at that than I have.
Yeah.
Like, I think...
It depends on the project. Like, I think I missed my deadline once, and that was because I totally didn't account for the time zones.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, I think I sent it like a couple of hours too late.
Yeah. No,
and then they sent me the payment a bit too late, so it kind of balanced out. Because I was super sorry, and then they were super sorry, and we were like, "Yeah, it's fine. Who cares?" Like,
the same thing happened in Australia, of course, because I was working with Sweden, and then Sweden Australia times. Yep.
I'm thinking of a piece right now that might do me good. I'm not gonna reveal it.
Cocaine,
of
course.
No, I'm just thinking like, it's fuck. I want to do this now.
Okay.
Now this is gonna occupy my mind for days.
So then you talk about it in the podcast, and then it's never going to happen. That's
I'm not going to talk
works.
about it, but I'm not going to talk about it. That's the thing.
No, but I want to know now.
Yeah, but I'll tell you afterwards.
God damn it. All right. So how do we tackle procrastination then? Exactly.
Do you? No.
No, for me, it's like I said.
What causes it?
I really see myself as really good procrastinator. Like
professional level.
Yes, I will very, very how do you say, like, medvetet,
consciously,
cautious,
consciously,
willfully put myself in a procrastinated state rather than do what I have to do.
Okay.
Like today I paid the bills, and that's been something that's like, seriously, this month there's so many bills to pay, and I've been sweating my ass off for that reason, and been putting it off rather than just pay him and then you can make the money.
Yeah.
But no. But then today, because I've been like watching YouTube clips about procrastination,
you put down your little violin. You're like,
let's do this. And then I did it. It took like a minute.
I know. That is the worst.
And it was just like, done. And
why do you think you get to the point of procrastination? You know what I mean? What is it that makes it, like, what triggers procrastination for you?
I don't know. I think maybe sense of failure in some way, maybe. Like, if I don't do it, it's not going to happen. If it doesn't happen, then I'm not going to fail at it or something.
Fail to pay the bills.
Yeah. I mean,
but
that's a different thing.
Yeah, I do
guess.
get what you mean.
But like, yeah. But to be honest, I don't know what it is. Like, I'm just wired that way. Maybe it's because I've been doing it for so long that it just comes naturally, that I keep pushing it as far as I can rather than just like get it over and done with. Like that, the 2-minute rule, which is...
What is that?
So that is apparently a thing. I don't know what doctor...
Oh, shit. Now I know what it is. Yeah.
But it's pretty much whatever you can do that takes less than 2 minutes, just do it straight away. Get that out of the way. That way it's not going to be like another procrastination thing that's going to occupy your brain space. So if you are sitting... let's say you get into your project, you're working on this art piece, and you actually get into the zone, and you're sitting there painting, and then all of a sudden that thing pops up, like, fuck, I need to pay that bill, or I need to do the dishes, or like, those are very simple, small things, but they break that zone.
Yeah.
So that's going to put you out of it. So you're going to be like, I just need to I need to get that over and done with. So you do the dishes, and then... then you have to get back into the project again. Yeah. So it's better to like start the day with like, do the dishes, pay the bills, and then you have the rest of the day to get into the zone and hopefully not have these little...
Yeah, and just stay in the zone.
But I mean, that is the bad thing about those things as well. Like
that you leave them.
They're always going to be there. Like, so for me, that's why I am the master at this. So I'm like, the dishes are going to be there tomorrow too. Like, I can do them then. And that's in a month.
Those 2 minutes become 5, and then 10, 20.
And so. And then I sit there watching a YouTube clip about procrastination rather than...
And then you watch a YouTube video about someone washing their dishes. It's just like...
Yeah, pretty much that.
I basically did it now. Like I basically washed.
Pretty much. But yeah, so if I turn the question around to you then, like what do you think is, like what triggers your procrastination?
I think I think it is overwhelming that it's more stuff on my plate.
Yeah.
I think and by not doing them, you're sort of adding to the pile instead of taking away from it and decreasing it. So I think that is my main thing. Like it's some of the things like related to the podcast and my personal stuff outside of work. It's fine if it's a job that I was hired to do. I won't procrastinate in that sense. But when it comes to my personal stuff, I'll procrastinate the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
And it is because I don't really know what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know the full scope of it. Like a job, they're going to give you a brief. We want A, B, and C. It's like I don't have to do anything beyond A, B, and C. Like I know that when I've done A, B, and C, it's done and it's
Plus,
over.
you get money for it, and there's a reward, and there's this sense of accomplishment in a different way. Whereas when I do my own projects, it's like it's just done.
Yeah.
Where's the payoff? Like apart from like hitting the bullseye, if you had that metaphor, like as soon as you remove that arrow or dart from the bullseye. It's an empty canvas.
The personal
again.
stuff is like more of a long game.
Yeah.
And I know that it's going to sort of like, I think that's going to get some of my personal stuff going. I'm not going to talk about in detail what those things are because I have ideas, but they're not fully formed yet. And that I think makes them too big for me to handle. And I'd rather procrastinate because I don't have all the answers. And I think it comes down to the same thing.
It's so hard.
Exactly.
Like,
no, but basically that. And I need to fight that inner bitch and just like hit bitch Ilias in the face. But
become a pimp, Ilias. You smack that hoe.
Oh no.
You smack that hoe. Don't talk back to me, bitch. Pow!
And then just like slapping myself in front of the mirror.
Exactly.
But it is.
We're all schizophrenic here.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Shit. Yeah, you threw me off. You son of a bitch. First throw off of the day. Ding! Boom. We'll have like a score counter. This podcast is getting so many new things, Robert.
Yes.
So much fun.
It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life. It's a new podcast for me. And I hate editing.
It's fun, but it's like when it's too long. Yeah,
it's just too much time.
Too much time. Procrastinating.
Where's Jamie?
Huh. Where's young Jamie?
Young Jamie. That's also hard to say.
Mm-hmm. But what was I saying though? I was gonna make the likeness though that it is very much like when you're drawing, and you get to the element that you don't know how to draw, or like the part of the painting that you can't figure out because you don't have that knowledge yet.
Yeah.
So you start getting like the whole drawing process just like stops.
Yeah.
That's how procrastination feels to me when I'm about to take on things that I don't have the answer to. So tell me to draw, Opa and that ink stuff.
Ink stuff.
Ink stuff. Cool. Son of a bitch.
So good.
But now I just have ink stuff.
Ink stuff.
But that's what it feels like to me, and it slows me down.
Yeah.
So I just need, and I know that as soon as I start, it's not that bad because I'm not going to finish it in one day. I just need to do a little every day until, and then you'll figure things out along the way. Mm-hmm. Same with drawing. You draw the parts that you know, and then you tackle the one you don't.
Yeah.
But it slows me down to the point where I procrastinate, when I don't have. So I think they're very similar in how they trigger me to sort of procrastinate. Because that's like sometimes when I've drawn all the things except the one thing, and then I'm like, I'll do something else now. And then that drawing never gets done because I just don't want to tackle that problem.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
But gotten better at it. Like I think I'm finishing more pieces before I move on now.
Nice.
And then also revisiting old drawings, like the latest Draw This in Your Style, the pink goth vampire thing. Like that one is one of those where I just didn't know at the time how to like complete. It just annoyed me, and it's been at the back of my head, and I was scrolling through looking for something else, and I just found it at the bottom there, and I'm seeing Mimi from Drew Carey Show.
Oh yeah.
And fuck. And every time I see that little fucking thumbnail, it just annoys me that it's Mimi, you know?
Yeah.
Because that's not that, like, it's when you zoom in, it's nice, but that small thumbnail, just Mimi looking at me and like, you failed, you son of a bitch. And I just don't like it. So yeah, I had to go back and do it. And then I kind of liked the whole pastel tattoo thingy-majig, and I added a tooth, vampire tooth. And I was like, this is fun. I'll post this and see what people make of it.
Yes, and I really love what people have been posting, like what I've seen so far.
Mm-hmm. Same.
It really, like, they've
I think
really made it into their own thing.
Yeah.
Whereas most of the other stuff, you can see that it's just a redraw of.
Yeah.
the
You
thing.
sort of don't change anything.
No,
like,
and
you
with
keep
this,
the post,
it becomes something totally different.
Mhm.
So that's so cool that it's
yeah, I'm
happening.
hoping to see more of them.
Yeah.
Because when I post digital right now, you know, the engagement is like, boom.
Yeah.
So I think people don't really realize that it's my drawings. Like, because I think 7,000 or 6,000 of the newest followers that I have came for the ink stuff.
Yeah.
So seeing that stuff, they're like, what the fuck is this? I don't follow this guy. And then like, oh, it's Ink Guy, you know, like the few that look.
Yeah.
So I don't care though, but it is a lot of fun and I am having fun. I'm going to post the stuff I want to post. Like, it's all been digital, like the 3 latest ones.
And I think that's been like the thing that we promised ourselves during like the full of last year, more or less, and coming into this year. Like, stop giving a fuck. You post what you want to post. Like,
yeah, I think it's important. Like, I've never had this relationship with social media before.
no, the pressure is like off.
Yeah, and it feels good. And when I post, I just don't care. You know,
Yeah.
like I'll reply to the ones that I need to reply to, but the rest I just like I'm not gonna go back and check the likes because you asked me last time like, oh, how did that post go that you were gonna check? I was like, totally forgot. And that is a good place to be in because right now I feel creative in all fields. You know, like in all the things I'm dabbing in. And I don't know, like I'm getting this sort of surge of energy and I want to do more stuff.
That's awesome. I mean, that's the whole point of everything. That's why we do what we do. And I'm thirsty.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thought we were going to bring out a bunny or something.
Oh, yeah, no. No booze, no bunnies.
Aww. But yeah.
Yeah. Super cool, though. What else can we say about procrastination?
If I write things down, I usually do what I've said.
Okay.
Yeah, so if I would, like, at night, like tomorrow I need to pay the bills, reply to these 3 emails before I start working. Like, it doesn't even have to be that I write it down, but I mentally note it. Like, you know, like when you say something enough that it kind of like, there's these 4 things that I need to get done.
Mm-hmm.
Like, then I do them. But it's usually I don't do that. Like, I don't just like, they pop up like you said. I'm sitting there working and I'm like, forgot to do this, this, and this, you know, like, and then I have to take a break from what I'm doing, get out of the flow, start paying bills, or, you know, like renew my .com or, you know, like whatever the fuck it is. So I really need to get better. And I think writing them kind of makes it official. And you can also have the satisfaction of, you know, scratching them
like,
when you're done.
You've said that pretty much every one of my exes have said the same thing. I've never done it. I tried it a few times. When I was like super busy as a freelancer, I did it. But I never got that satisfaction and I never continued it. So now for me, it's like I plan out my day when I'm in the bathtub pretty much in the morning. Yeah. I set almost like I map out my day. Yeah. Like I'm going to be traveling this route. And I know that like I will be passing the grocery store on the way back home, so that's where I will get that and that and that, and remember that I need to get that and that and that. Like never writing anything down, but just like have it on
whatever works.
Almost like a choreography, like going down to the train,
2,
getting
3, 4,
exactly.
1,
like,
2,
it's like, oh, maybe I need to get some aspirin, so I will get that when I get my coffee from Pressbyrån, like, and then I will go there, and then I'll do the blah blah blah. Like, and on the way on the train, I will pay that bill or whatever. Like,
but I would say like the thing about satisfaction though, I don't get satisfied for scratching them.
No,
I get satisfied for not having to think about them. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like
so it's like it's out of my head.
It's out of my head, and it's that sort of thing that is the reward and not the ticking of the boxes. It's just like, I don't have to do these anymore. Yeah. Like when I see them, I'm like, fuck you. But I'm terrible at doing those. Like, I think I'm really good at paying my bills because it's on my phone and I just like, exactly. Yeah. They're just like selected and paid for basically.
Yeah, I still have a couple of bills that come in as like an actual
paper bills. Yeah, fuck that shit.
I try to have everything as like the auto pay thing, but not everything is available that way. And just so that becomes like an extra thing to do, and that becomes that extra pain in the ass rather than something that it's just done. But on the flip side of that, I do feel great once I've done it. Like today, for example, like having paid all of the bills, I'm just waiting for the rent for the tattoo chair. Then I've paid everything, and I still have money, and I can relax now. It's so gratifying in that sense. And that, with that, I just feel, why didn't I do this straight away? Yeah. Like, I could have saved myself a few weeks of sweat. No, of course I have to wait until like the fucking last minute to pay everything. Stupid.
But I've noticed as well, at work, I have a lot of tasks sometimes. And if I don't have them in front of me...
You are a task.
Nice. Not going to lose it. So if I don't have the tasks sort of visible, I just like get slower. Like I don't procrastinate by choice. But I'm also not clear on what I'm doing, basically, sometimes.
Because it's too much?
Too much stuff, yeah. Because some tasks might be several tasks in one.
Yeah.
So I like half the work, and then like, oh, shit, I forgot this and this. So I just have to go like back and forth, which is not a great way of working. Like it's better to just like done.
Yeah.
So I think just like having, because at work we do have lists, we use Jira, I don't know what it's called in English. It's garbage. I hate it, but it does its job. And you just have a list of tasks.
Is that connected to your calendar and stuff as well?
No.
Or is it just a task manager?
You can just open the website and you have your tasks sort of like assigned to you, and you can also see what the rest of the team is doing.
Okay, that's cool.
So every morning we sort of like, I did that. You can move it to done, So we have like we work in sprints. So you have like all these tasks are going to happen these coming 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then you have progress, like in progress, and then you have done.
Okay.
So you just like, you work on them, you have some feedback, you complete that, you put them to done,
Nice.
Yeah. Usually we have feedback before we put them to done, if there's like, so we don't have to go back again and like keep bringing stuff out. But having that is such a fucking awesome way of working.
And time saver, I guess.
Time saver, and also it's just, I don't know, you don't have to think as much. Like on things you don't need to think about. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to sort of balance that on top of the work that you're doing.
That thing has that for you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how it should be.
But the interface for everything else that you're like in that like program or website is shit.
Yeah.
Like finding your own project, if you don't have a saved link, I have no idea how you find your project.
Oh, okay.
Like searching for your project doesn't even bring you your project. You're like, cool.
This is good. This is great. I can work with this. Not at all.
It's always send me a link.
Yeah.
Now I saved it so I can press it and have it open all the time. Only took me 1.5 years.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Procrastinating. That's how it works.
Pow.
Yep.
Yes.
And that's, I think, like learning software as well. Like you're sitting there in Photoshop. And you like, if I just put this as a hotkey, like, so I can just get this thing that I want to do faster, it'll be a lot faster. Instead of going to this menu, then going down, finding it there, open this, go there. Like, sometimes there's a lot of, like, sure, it only takes like 10 to 15 seconds, but then you do it several times a day, and those seconds become 5 minutes, 10 minutes, where you're just, like, menus.
Yeah.
And you could have just pressed, like, B. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
and that's when you decide to go get the coffee.
Yeah, exactly. Because you slow down and you fall out.
You come out of off track, I guess. Yeah.
And that's why I'm like, I love adding a little complexity to my work, but just one task at a time. And I think we mentioned this like early on the podcast, how you have this workflow and you work with what you have until it becomes a habit.
Oh yeah.
And then you just add the one thing.
Exactly.
Just add that one thing. Work with it for a month. Exactly. You work with it for a month, for 2 months, depending on what it is you're adding, and then you add something else, and then your workflow, it's complex for anyone else, but for you, it's just straight shooting. Yeah. So that's how I would say I would improve my sort of like workflow and procrastinating on tasks, because I can't do this. Like I'm gonna throw everything. Like I can't do like the extreme turn and just be super good. Like it won't last. I won't have the habit. No. I'll do it for a week. Like, oh, this is really good. Blah blah blah, and then I'll like writing it down.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work for you, find another way.
Yeah. No, I have like a whole bunch of projects in my phone on notes, and that's where they stay.
Cool. I actually have a list as well. That could actually be fun. Let me find the drawing ideas that I have.
Yeah.
Because I wrote this and we've talked about it on the show, I think like years ago. Let me see. I think it's drawing ideas. So let's. Sketchbook horror is the first thing that came up.
So really, we're gonna out our.
I don't even care about these anymore.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because I'm probably never ever gonna
drawing
do
ideas. Here it is.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, and some of these I actually I think.
These are ideas I said I'm gonna do. I was super hyped, and then I procrastinated the fuck out of them. So you want to go with your first one?
Yeah, the first one makes like no sense at all.
That's the thing. I don't know if I remember what the fuck these are about either.
The first one is translated, but I've written them down in Swedish. But I am no one in Japanese on a lantern.
Is that a haiku? Are you going to get like a special hat for this? I don't know.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't know if it's maybe one of those, lanterns that you light up and it floats.
Dude, it was very poetic, but...
Yeah, so I think that's very, like, artsy. I'm assuming I was high as a fucking kite when I wrote that down, but yeah. I have no idea what it means.
I actually did the first two that I have. I scrolled to the very bottom.
Have you ticked them off?
No, I didn't. But one that I actually did. Okay, now this is not procrastinating, but female Darth Vader with page cut haircut. I actually did that one. It's super stupid and not great.
Okay, awesome.
But it's instead of the helmet, it's like a page cut. Like it's hair.
Yeah.
And then it was Ren reaching in Jedi garb, and I did that one. I never finished it because it turned out shit. Yeah. But it was when the first Star Wars movie came, the 7th one.
Okay.
That's the first of the new ones, right?
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
Okay, but ones I didn't do. Nintendo Retro Tools. Game Boy Chainsaw. Other fun tools with a Nintendo twist. Me as a kid feeling cool with Nintendo Zapper. I did do. And Emmy, listening to this show, owns it now because I gave it away as an art drop on Comic-Con.
Kiss ass.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Kiss ass Emmy. You're probably behind on the show as well, you son of a bitch.
Nice.
Which is a terrible thing to say to someone. Sorry.
Yeah. Like, is it really? Not in this podcast.
Robert, you go.
All right. So apparently I have like a whole bunch of very different like YouTube or whatever type of projects. So this one is a Jekyll and Hyde concept. So watch a movie
Jekyll
high.
and Hyde?
Yeah. Watch a movie high and sober. And then, like, talk about the differences of
how
watching.
You experienced it. Okay, but then you got to be really blitzed when you do it and try to sort of,
Yeah. So
that is an awesome concept.
Maybe do it the other way around.
Yeah.
But, and
you get blitzed while you watch it the first time, and then when you're really out of it, you watch it again.
Yeah, and see how much better it becomes.
I love that idea.
Cool idea, right?
I actually liked this idea as well, that I just couldn't figure it out. But I wanted to do a guy that does Hadouken, but he has a Rubik's Cube that he kind of like, it becomes like an energy of Rubik's Cube, like a little square. Yeah. And then these, instead of the whole cube flying, it's just the colors that kind of, go into sort of like perspective lines towards the viewer somehow. I don't know.
Almost like the dark side eye beam thing, like, because they always go like in...
No, but I'm thinking like it has to go, like all the lines are going to go in perspective. Like they were going to go straight, then go towards the viewer and then up, and like really squarish.
Yeah.
Was that what you meant?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
how his sort
But
of laser beams
I don't think I
work.
want him to shoot it towards the viewer, but he shoot it to the side, and that one just goes in all like a 3D
Cool.
sort of image. I just couldn't make it work. Not the Hadouken pose or anything else.
No, I mean,
I failed
those
on
come natural.
all.
Oh,
No,
really?
No, I failed on all accounts, and then I
I
just
thought you
like
meant just
I'll do
that
it later. I do it later, and then just procrastinate.
Yeah. But fuck, I mean, you've started all of yours. I've just written mine down and then left them here.
No, I tried this just a few sketches and failed, and then I ran away.
Okay. The next one is, I think this is for my book or for a story idea, but it's somebody that flips a coin with a red colored side, and it's like, if you see red, you're dead.
I love how honest you're right, when no one's watching. That was the lamest thing.
I know. And then this one I actually think I mentioned in the podcast, but I want to go to the moon and sculpt something.
Very cool. Put it on your bucket list.
But because
NASA.
would gravity hold the stand in place, or does it fall? Like, does the moon have enough gravity to pull it apart, or is the sand malleable or something?
Yeah.
Or maybe if I introduce water to that, maybe that would hold.
Mm-hmm.
And how long would that last? I don't know. It was a
Musings.
crazy
Yeah.
idea, but yeah.
Shit, do I have my dick hole? Yep.
Yeah.
It's there. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I'm just going to try to hide it.
Hide your dick hole.
Hide my dick hole.
And then, I'll do the other two because you're talking way too much. No, I just wrote a dark Spidey image. So I want to do just very dark and moody Spider-Man poster image. And I also want to do an old boy tribute.
I've thought about that too.
With the hammer, because I just love that scene.
It is powerful.
Yeah.
And the movie is good.
I haven't seen it in ages.
No, neither have I. That's why I don't think I am watching that.
Yeah.
One idea that I have that I kind of like Little Witch and her cat brother. So the brother is somehow turned into a cat. And
nice.
I have nothing else on that, but I kind of like where it could be sort of taken, the whole concept could be a little story.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll explore that. Don't steal.
All right. And the last one I have is a movie that takes place through other people. So solely through meetings with people. Try to get that around.
I can follow up with that. We can combine ideas. The light and the night.
Dude. And you were complaining about if you see red, you're dead?
Just like the rhyme. Just like the light and the night.
The red and the dead. If you see red.
Oh, this is embarrassing.
So
This is
embarrassing.
Such fucking
That was
garbage.
my last one, actually. So.
I have so many. I have so many. I've done a couple at least. That's good. The Gunslinger and the Bird. That's the ink drawing of the sort of the gun with a bird on it.
Oh, yep.
One of my most back then popular pieces. So that I did, and I also did the Ginger Bandit that's here. A guy jumping off building, looking back at girl, hand visible only. Thanks.
Nice.
And this one I also like people constrained in geometric shapes. So you draw a triangle, and then you have to fit a person, that is
inside.
Yes, somehow. They're doing something with their body that makes them into that triangle, and you can't sort of you're supposed to draw the sharp edges. You're going to try to keep as much of that triangle shape visible, so you really get that sense of triangle. So let's say if they would stand straight, they could fill the one side of the triangle, and then you'll have to figure out how to fit them in the rest of it.
Okay.
I don't know. It was a challenge to sort of work on anatomy, but also do something fun with it. And then let's see if I have something stupid again.
I have something that's not stupid. I sent it to you as one of my notes, I think.
Oh, this idea I love.
But yeah. No, go first. do your thing.
Samurai fellow in yellow with a banana katana. It's for those like fruity fighters that I was doing. I was actually
The fruity fighters.
the fruity fighters.
Yeah. Oh, I remember that. The bad apple.
The bad apple.
I love that.
Bad apple. What was it made?
Pear
Devil.
Was it that?
Yeah.
Was it
No,
pear
it
devil?
was. Shit, I don't remember. But someone at work suggested Pear Devil.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember what the actual name
Wasn't
ended
it like
up
a
being.
punk rock pear or something
No,
like that?
nunchuck pear.
Nunchuck pear.
Nunchuck pear.
Awesome. But yeah, I had and this one is from one of those random drunken notes, but I kind of like the idea and I would like to do something with it, and I'm
Mhm.
going to toss it out there to see what maybe our listeners think.
Do it.
So I got this from Miriam Tilson, who did, she had draw something every day for a year, sketchbook.
Cool. Yeah.
And I would love to do a Sketchbook Heroes sketchbook like that. So it's a calendar that you draw in. So you have every day of the year in it.
Cool.
And she was totally honest and like, well, I didn't do this and I didn't do this day, and for some reason or another, or
That's
I just
when you
wasn't.
write.
Yeah, or I just wasn't feeling like it. I didn't do it this day. But I thought that was really cool. So like, join the Sketchbook Heroes in a doodle every day for a year project. Have an official SBH daily doodle book. Like, no pressure and no waste, I guess. But yeah, that's the last of my crazy. Yeah, the last of my crazy.
Fuck, I had one more. I lost it. Where is it? It was. Oh yeah, I have no idea what this means, but I'll do this as my last one because I have so many. When life hands you lens flare. It must have been a joke at some point. I just can't remember the joke. when life hands you lens flare. I must have had like a funny image in my head or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good one to end on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So good.
Very good. Kudos to us.
Yes, we are so good.
So good.
And an hour in. Fuck.
Yeah.
We are good.
We are good indeed. That was actually fun.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember half of those.
Nope.
Like, I remember some specific ones that I still kind of think about, but most of those, like, when life hands you lens flare. There is a joke somewhere. I just can't, for the life of me, connect it. Yeah.
All right. So that was also a really good procrastinating thing, I guess.
No, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it
was
too.
fun.
I hope you guys enjoyed it. And don't steal our fucking projects. I know. Yeah. Or you can use them as draw this in your style, but before we even drew them. But yeah. Let us know if
I wish
you
people
want us
could
to do
listen
any
to
of
this show on
Like-
YouTube and then, post the drawings in the comments. That would have been
that'd be
awesome.
cool. That would be really cool.
Just like, they don't have to be good. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You just like, why you listen, that's the time that you have to
Yeah.
do it. And then once you're done, and you have to post it, or
Yeah.
it automatically posts.
Oh,
Like,
that'd be
if
cool.
that was like built in,
Yeah.
that is an idea.
Okay.
We should make that.
Yeah. Let's
Like
make
a
that
streaming
platform.
service for artists that you draw while you listen, and then when the time runs out, you're out.
Pretty much combining every platform out there. Awesome.
Simple.
Simple.
Just need servers, programmers,
And
money.
So much money.
So much money.
And also time, I guess. Procrastinating. Procrastination.
Station.
Yeah.
Hmm. So how do you sort of like wrap this up?
Well,
We procrastinate, and then we're like, fuck this, and then move on.
let's take that next time. And I said next time, not next.
time.
Yeah, next time. Yeah. I mean, procrastinating is never gonna go away.
I don't think so. Like,
But
I
you
think it's a
can-
good thing as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
like,
I think you need it to an
I
extent.
think yeah. But that's what I mean. Like, it is a bit of a sort of defense mechanism to not overwhelm yourself as
Yeah.
well. Because I know that I'm already doing a lot of things. So, like, when I procrastinate with my personal stuff, it's not ideal for my personal work, but it might be for my, like, for not burning out. Because doing a lot of fun stuff is a trap as well.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like one of those traps that you don't see until it's too late.
I think it's like if you know that you are prone to procrastinate, that was hard to say, then you have to plan for it. So if the scenario is that you want to draw or paint when you come home after work and you sit down and then immediately start like Pinteresting or YouTubing or Netflixing, remove yourself from that type of environment or remove those devices if they are fucking it up for you. So take the phone out of the equation.
I would say take away the things that distract you. Because I guess maybe some people don't even hang out on social media. And just listen to this podcast and love us.
But you can probably download it somewhere and just listen to it offline.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, just you can if you plan. The cliche.
Cliche-est, that's a word.
It is. Now it is. I just said it. All words are made up, Ilias.
Are you going to do a rhyme there? If I said it, then I... No. Come on. You got something. Give me something. Throw it at me.
If I said it,
Come on.
27.
Okay, cool. Moving on. Garbage.
Yeah,
but awesome.
Episode.
Let's not procrastinate.
It's always going to be there. Try to avoid it as much as you can, but also utilize it. Like, don't let you get distracted for long enough to not finish your projects, I guess. Like,
I think that's...
Like, as long as you can get the work done, it's like you procrastinate the fuck out of it, man. Just have fun.
Like a healthy dose of procrastination you shouldn't feel bad about.
Exactly.
It's when your life sort of consists of 100% procrastinating and then you don't do anything.
I can definitely get that way. Like when I realize that I have procrastinated way too much, I'm like, oh, fuck. And then you
like
just
those times when
you just get into like super work mode and then you don't let yourself get distracted anymore because you've realized that, well, I did spend 7 of the 8 hours that I had.
Dude.
But
also like when you get extra time and you're like, I'm going to do all these things, highest level of procrastination just sets in.
Exactly. And you do nothing.
I have all week on. I'll just skip it today.
Exactly.
And then 7 days.
There's another year.
And then, the last 7 days, or like the rest of the 6 days of that week, just like, they're just one day suddenly.
Oh, yeah.
They just like, you got to go back to work now.
That's my life, more or less. Yeah. So, moving on. Yeah, moving on.
Because this is going to be a long one.
It is.
Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I'll talk fast.
Yeah, I'm just going to sleep here on this side.
So, tools. And this time, it's not an actual drawing tool. It's a social tool.
Does it count?
I think it does.
Yeah, it counts.
I think it is a really good tool. Maybe the best social platform out there.
Well, you're just saying this because you just found it and it's like...
but that's why I've been testing. No, but I've been really... Oh, no, it's going to get worse. Don't get me wrong. It's going to go in the direction that all social apps have gone.
So is this like feed before
this is
sucked?
Feed before feed sucked, yeah. So what is Clubhouse? Clubhouse is basically Heta linjen for Swedish people, and for anyone else, it's basically
booty calls.
No, but Heta linjen was, you called in on a number. It wasn't like you talked to other people around Sweden. Yeah, and this is basically a voice chatting app. Like you just, you sign up. It's invite only at this moment. I think that's why it's a bit uncluttered and, it only has a limited amount of followers, which is millions still, but worldwide, it's not a lot of people though. And what you do is like, depending on the people you follow on this app, you'll get presented with rooms. So imagine there's a lobby called the hallway or what the fuck it's called. And there you get suggestions for rooms based off of the people that you follow and the clubs that you follow. Okay. So there's like an art club or several. There's, social media marketing clubs. There's creatives, like all types of creatives. Like there's like, some people can make clubs. You have to be a member for a while and just like work your way up to that point.
Okay.
So I can't start a club, for example, because I haven't sort of proven my, whatever the fuck it is you need to do. And so you follow these clubs, you follow some people that you sort of like, and the rooms start getting interesting. Like, so the first day I was like, what the fuck is this? Like Chinese, like rooms that I couldn't even read the title for them. But then, I didn't follow anyone, as far as I know, that spoke Chinese, or something like that. Then I got like some Arabic ones, and then I got, some German ones, and I'm like, I don't know. And then as soon as I followed, around, like I started following maybe 60 people, like something like that, it started getting better.
Okay.
So now I'm following like people in the industry, like people that I know of. So I've been searching for people that I know that I would like to talk to, or, so, you start finding people eventually. I don't follow anyone because I want to keep my sort of feed clean.
Yep.
So now I've found some interesting people. Some work here. Some are freelancers. I follow a lot of freelance stuff. And your community, or like the stuff you're presented with in that hallway, gets better and curated. So still a lot of shit that I like. It's shit to me because I can't read it.
Yeah.
Like it's languages that I don't understand.
You can't decipher it.
I can't decipher it. Yeah. So that is just annoying, but I'm guessing they're working on it. So when you get to these rooms, I found like 2 really awesome rooms. One is like the it's about gaming. It's like game cocktail hour. That's what it's called. It was supposed to be like a 1-hour thing, and it's been going on for a week. Like I think I joined the second day or something, and it's been going on. And it's, like a lot of people there. So if anyone knows the Swedish streamer Sweebliss, she's on there. I'm on there. Like a lot of people from King are there. Riot Games people are there. EA, Ubisoft, freelancers or like former people from the gaming industry. Everyone's there.
Cool.
And we're just talking about games and sort of like our experiences. And like Sweebliss, for example, Emma is coming in with her sort of like, she's a Twitch streamer. So she plays games and we get that input. And there's like people from all over the world working in the industry that I would normally meet at conventions like GDC or something like that. And now we get to hang out and get that same vibe. And, it's awesome. Like you get to like play around with ideas, or, like we talk about women in gaming, or, like what makes a good game, company values, all of it. Like it's just ongoing. We've talked about AI, we've talked about VR, like it's like the conversations never stop. You just opt in and out. It's like a podcast, but you can come in and say your piece basically, or share experience. For example, there's like these creative groups like about freelancers. So you have these like high-level photographers, videographers, artists, whatever, and then you just some groups have like a theme. So it might be like a network channel. Then you just talk about that, like you tell people what you do and what you sort of want to work with or something, and then they're like, oh yeah, I do some of that, let's connect, like find me on, like DM me on Instagram, because you can't write anything in this group. So you have it's all talk. So you can start rooms weird. Together. Like I can click on your name and then like start a room, and we can have a room where people can join us, or we can have a room where only you and me. Yeah, exactly. You can choose. And it's so awesome because I've talked to, like I have photographers that are really good, following me because we talked. You connect with people all around the world, and you get to sort of like, there's one where we talked about payment or contract, or, like anything related to freelance. And you can actually get these like industry professionals give you their 2 cents. And you get to like share your experience, and they're like, oh, fuck, I've never done that. And this is someone that has been in it for a long time. And then you get like nuggets of gold, for example, about like we talked about, like I'm a photographer, but I only have my iPhone, and how does that work? And people were just like back and forth sharing their experiences, and it's just awesome. Like, and it really gets you fired up.
It's such a unique thing in this day and age as well, because, I mean, I've gone away completely from like talking on the phone.
Same.
Sana
I don't
has
talk
brought
to
me
any.
back into it because she loves talking on the phone.
Really? Why?
I know.
Yeah. The thing
She's
is,
a hairdresser.
yeah,
She
I
talks.
guess. But I totally get you. And before I logged in, because I didn't have any love for this app, I just like, I'm gonna try it out because it might be a tool for me. So I was a bit negative because I was like, why would anyone need this? Like, this is available in every app.
Dude, I draw the comparison with like going out to a party that you're not really like
invited to.
No, not invited
Or,
to,
like,
but just like you're not really feeling it.
Yeah.
But once you go to the party, you're like, woo!
That's exactly how it was. Because I just went there. And I was like, this is stupid. I don't understand this language.
I don't know anybody.
Yeah. And the awesome thing is, you know everyone. The only negative I have to say about the app is that it asks for your contacts in the phone book, and I don't know what it does with it. So it gets access to all your contacts.
Yeah.
So what I did was, because I have an iPhone, I went into iCloud, and if you uncheck your address book in iCloud, it'll ask you like, you want to keep the contacts on your phone, or do you want us to erase them and just keep them on iCloud? So I did that. Then I jumped on the app.
Okay.
I pressed OK. I got into the app, did the setup, and then I went to my settings on the app. There, I was like, no access to my phone book, and then I opened my iCloud and put it all back. So I had no friend suggestions at all, because what it does is if I submit my phone book and you do, it connects who we know, and it keeps them. I don't know, stored if. Ooh.
Yeah.
It's a bit iffy, so I don't like them having that. So I didn't give them permission, and now that I don't need to. But to invite you, for example, I would need to open my phone book to send the invite. But I'll do this, that I save your number on my phone, and then I'll send it to just you. They only get access to your number, like they did with mine, but they don't get, my kids' numbers and shit that. Yeah. I don't want that.
No, of course not.
And also might have other numbers, that I don't want them to have those.
No. Like
lovers and
privacy.
Stuff.
Yeah. I mean, all of your mistresses.
All my mistresses.
Yeah.
Or mistressos.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be weird because like all of them is still my number? Like
yeah, they don't need any of the other numbers. Like
No.
I don't know why they fuck that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is the only negative I have.
Cool.
So,
I mean, but it sounds super duper interesting.
It
of
is,
course,
actually.
I'm getting like a little bit iffy because of the talking thing.
Yeah, but it's not as bad as you think. Like, it is insane. Because I was like, at first you just go into rooms and you just listen and you're like, morons, move on.
Mm-hmm.
And then you find rooms where people are actually not crazy.
So how would you go about finding, let's just say J. Scott Campbell or something? You just
search for them.
So you can search for a name and...
Everyone has their real name except assholes.
Okay. So, but if they're there, they will pop up.
Yeah.
And so what happens then? Like
you can
click and
you can follow
see
them. Yeah, you can follow them.
And then you can see what rooms they have.
Yes,
or
there is a
are
list
part of.
where if you press on the button, you'll get like when you're in that hallway type place, like the people that you follow, and I don't know if it does this to people that like you can see on that little list there, like if you press a little green button, like a side panel opens and you see everyone who's online and in what room they're in. So some people are just online and not in a room, like they just have the app sort of active, I guess. Mm-hmm. But when you're in a room, it tells, or like you can see it and you can go to that room or it'll pop up in your lobby. So you'll have the rooms that people are in or, the clubs or whatever you're following on there. So that'll be a reflection of your hallway. But they haven't fixed it entirely. So you get a lot of like German rooms. Like one was like Instagram marketing. And then there was like a word. I was like, what is that? And then it was a German room. It was a German word at the end that I just didn't know. And I went in and they were like, Instagram. And you're like,
click.
And then and the best thing is there's a button when you enter a room that says leave quietly. That's the only way you can leave. There is no... It's just like, it's so funny because you can't leave any other way.
No.
It's just like, leave quietly. And
so, but all the mics are on all the time then?
No, that is the beauty of it.
Okay.
So whoever starts the room is a moderator. He has a little green symbol beside his name. And that guy can assign other moderators with the same superpower that he has. Or he can just invite people up on stage because it's a stage.
Oh.
And I think the best rooms are the ones where they invite people from the guest area, sort of from the audience up to the stage, so you can all have a discussion. But he can mute everyone, the person.
Oh, really?
So yeah, to keep order, because there are like some people that come in and like, I broken my penis. What can I? Like trolls. You just like block, throw out. So you can either move people to the audience, then they can't affect any other conversation, or you can throw them out entirely.
Okay.
So you have superpowers. That's why you shouldn't give the moderator status to everyone that joins, that some rooms have. Like everyone has a green dot. Anyone who joins the conversation could ruin it, basically.
Yeah.
But usually you have, like in the gaming one that I'm in, I'm one of the moderators. I didn't start it. I just got it assigned from someone in the group because I've been active.
Mm-hmm.
So we all help out. And these rooms, since they are sort of like going on for days now, because it was supposed to be an hour, then it turned into days. So we just like every hour, or like when we see that a lot of new people are like sort of in the audience, we say like, okay, we're going to reset the room, and anyone in the audience who wants to come up and sort of join the discussion can raise their hand. There's a little hand button. So you can raise your hand, and then we see it, and then we can bring them up on stage.
That's so funny.
Yeah, exactly. And then you're like, you don't have to speak immediately, but when you sort of like when we're talking about something that you are passionate about or want to know more about, or if you just have a question, you can, unmute and just talk. And it's been really good. In the groups that I've been, there has been, like we haven't seen eye to eye because it's a lot of different people, but it's never been hostile, or like annoying, or it's just like fun to see all these different sort of opinions about gaming and all that stuff, and just people sharing their experiences, because they're all valid.
Yeah.
And it's super fun to see sort of like some people are afraid of that we live on the internet, and some people think that that's real life as well, It's just that you're having the dialogue online. So it's like, so it was like a heated discussion about calling live on the internet, like streaming and stuff like that, not real life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so there was this discussion about these passionate, like this French guy and like everyone else sort of like talking about existence, and related to gaming and how we act and like
Damn.
Yeah, no, but it's
Deep.
super fun. Like some of the conversations have been like crazy, and it's so much fun. And the best thing is it just keeps going. So you just opt out, you come in and you're like, ooh, this is for me right now. Or if you don't feel like it, like they're talking about Bitcoin, and you're like, I'm out for now. And you just switch rooms. And if you are a moderator, as long as you don't leave quietly and you just click on another room, you're still the moderator.
Oh, okay.
Like, so you can stay within, like, because we have several moderators. So if I jump out, someone else just, takes over. Like, we help each other out. So it's a really nice community of people. And the best thing for artists now, let's get into this part of it. It's that you can connect with people you would normally not talk to.
That's the coolest thing ever.
Yeah, so we've talked about, like I said before, like people from Blizzard, like different positions at Blizzard, different positions at King, me, Thunderkick, Sweebliss, Streamer, and a lot of names that I had to look up, and I was like, oh shit, this guy, like that I didn't know, but is like a like a famous person in this industry.
Probably high as well.
Yeah, probably high as well. And the cool thing is there are so many awesome people on there, and they're answering your questions. So not like the Instagram sort of DMs, that's like useless because it puts you in a sort of quarantine until people you don't follow or don't follow you approve it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you get to that quarantine section, as I call it, and then you have to wait for the person. This forum, though, gives you the space to talk to people that are doing what you want to do and maybe connect, maybe get them on your podcast, maybe collaborate on a thing. No, but there's so much, like I've been in groups where we just talk podcasts, like how people sort of reach out to other podcasts and, like go to each other's podcasts and talk, or like finding topics, like so many things. Like I've never felt this connected to the communities and the things that I enjoy like I have in this group.
Oh, that's awesome.
And just hearing people like, oh, I do this and I'm in Canada photographing bears, and shit. And you're like, what?
I want to photograph bears.
Exactly. I just like, I'm a photographer. And they're like, no, he's a photographer. I'm inspired by this photographer, you know.
Yeah.
And I'm passionate about photography right now. So I've been editing photos, you know, like late at night and just playing around with that.
Cool.
Because it's fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm seeing my sort of like the way that I draw and all this stuff, like it's expanding. And now I feel like a amateur photographer, animator, and artist, you know, like in that. So it feels like I'm growing because I'm pursuing more things and the hunger to learn. Because, you know, like now I'm comparing myself to people that I can talk to that are better than me.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh my God, your drawings, dude. I'm adding you right now. We need to talk. There was this Greek guy that wanted to connect because he's working with Robert Englund.
Oh, no way. Freddy fucking Krueger?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
And the story how he met him. And he also works with this guy from Back to the Future. I don't remember his name. Like
Doc Brown?
No. Not Doc Brown. That I would have remembered.
Great
Scott! No. Fuck. I don't remember his name. Like Sean Dean something like that, like a 3-part name.
Billy
and I looked him up and I was like, oh, this guy. But it was just fun to hear his story, how he went to the sci-fi convention in Greece, met Robert Englund, then met this other guy, and then like they made introductions somehow, and then he became, you know, like, and now they work together, and it just one thing led to another.
Is this the guy who made jiu-jitsu?
No, there's nothing I made jiu-jitsu. That would have been awesome, though.
Yeah.
I would love to connect.
That would have been the best thing ever.
But that's the thing, like, you can find some really interesting people. Like, they might not be known to, you know, the whole world in that sense, but they're, like, light years ahead of what I do, that it is so much fun to, like, sort of pick their brain. I even asked, like, how do you sort of run your Instagram? Like, this was an open question to a group that I'm in. Like it's called Content Creators Assembly.
Okay.
And I asked, like, how do you guys manage sort of what is expected from your following versus the things you want to do? I already have my answer to that question.
Great question, though.
But I have my answer, and I've found a balance that I can accept. But I just wanted to see if they see it differently. So that is a question also, like so many opinions. I can't even bring one up because I'm so satisfied with how I'm doing it right now. But it's just such a great discussion that gets like born from it. And also it's like we talk on the show. I don't do that anywhere else.
Yeah.
Like where we talk about a subject that we know very little about and not about the subject as a general thing, but how we feel about it. Like procrastinating. I've never thought about it in like the way that I described it today. It's like not knowing how to sort of draw the next step in your drawing, like that complexity that makes you procrastinate. That's how it is to me. I would have never thought of that if I hadn't sort of had this topic and I knew I was going to talk about it on this show because I wouldn't reflect on it. I don't have to reflect on it. I just need to procrastinate. So having like people with experience in the creative field sort of talking about these things, you're like, oh yeah, that actually is a really good point. And then you sort of come up with other stuff and you throw it out there. And then someone's like, oh, yeah, what he said, but I would like to add. And I was like, oh, fuck, I never thought of that. That is even better. So you're sort of like honing your ideas, like by throwing shit at a wall, basically, you know, like.
Also, what sticks.
Yeah, and what sticks, you sort of grab on and then you use it on the podcast. No.
Of course.
Content.
That's all we do.
So I really recommend, if you can get an invitation to Clubhouse, to check it out. But it is really about what you put in as well. If you like just sit quietly, you probably won't get as much fun out of it.
How would you go about getting invited?
You have to know someone. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like you really need to know someone to get in. And I love it right now that it is that way because it gives you the opportunity. Because as soon as it gets free, it's going to overcrowd.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, rooms are going to have like tens of thousands of people. Right now, I think it's a lot when a room has like 100 people in it or, you know, 1,000 people. The most I've seen is around like 1,500 people in a room in the audience. And then you have like 20 people on stage.
But then it's almost like being on a TV show. I guess,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
A live podcast.
And I don't enjoy the rooms where you're just a spectator.
Yeah.
Because there is no exchange of ideas.
No, but I mean, I could get that if like I'm sitting and drawing a piece or something and I know that like there's a panel of like my favorite illustrators going to be sitting there
definitely.
talking.
Definitely.
That would be amazing just to sit and listen into what they have to say.
I haven't found a room that was interesting enough to do that yet.
Yeah.
There's a lot of these gurus, like made this many millions in their profiles, like they have these like 10,000 blah blah blah, did these blah 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 blah, like it's just bragging about money, and you don't care. Like maybe it matters to them and in their circles, but for anyone else, everyone jokes about it.
Okay.
I was like, maybe I should talk about how much I made last year, and it's not that much, like compared to these people. And so it's been a running gag in some groups. But you should definitely write what you've done, though, your accomplishment and stuff like that. But when you sort of like throw around like money and numbers and stuff, like it gets a bit skönt.
Yeah.
That's the word.
Next word.
Next word of the day. Skönt. But it's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
But it has a lot of the potential to grow and become something cool. Like it's a bit limited in features. You can't search for rooms. Sorry.
Yeah.
You can't search for rooms, which is annoying.
Yeah.
Because sometimes like I accidentally like clean off the rooms that I don't like, that are not in a language that I can comprehend.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes I just like swipe and then like, whoops, I swept away the room that I want to be in, or like that I was in.
Yeah.
But that's cool. You can just go to some people that you follow in that group and come back in. And it'll show up eventually as well, like because your friends keep going, they keep going to the room, it'll pop up again.
Okay.
But you can't like actively just make it appear, which is stupid. Like you can't like, this is my favorite room. Because the idea of rooms, I don't think it was to keep them for hours or days.
No.
It was supposed to be like, you have it a couple of hours, you have a discussion, a panel, whatever.
And then it's gone.
Mm-hmm. But people are staying in the rooms for so long, it becomes more like a group chat,
Yeah.
And we've had so many like fun conversations in this group coming, like it's based off of, whatever the topic is. And then it just, people get tired or something, like it's night somewhere, someone's having a fun time. So we, like yesterday, it was like Sunday what is it called? PTR. PTR is pull to refresh. So you have, because you see the avatars, everyone has an image.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a PTR Sunday yesterday on this creative assembly group. And it was basically, you post a picture and then you tell everyone to PTR. And then we see who changed their avatar to what, and you have to tell the story behind the avatar. So it was like for example, I took some creative work that I did, and I was like, oh, well, this was like a collaboration between me and some other artists, blah, blah, blah. Or, some of them were just silly. I posted one, when I photoshopped like abs and a chest on my face with my beard. I posted that and everyone laughed, and it was like, what the fuck is that? Like, because it wasn't my turn to speak, but they saw that and they wanted to sort of know what that was. And it was because at King, we were supposed to take ID card or like the photos before I quit. And then I did that and sent it to them. And they were like, haha, send us a real photo. But it was just like, everyone was doing stupid things, and then you get back to work, and you talk about that again. And it's like really fun and engaging, and it's so many people. Like it feels like being at Comic-Con, like that type of feeling. You're meeting cool people, and it feels like you're doing something.
Also interacting.
You are interacting, and the weird fucking thing about this is that it feels like you're doing it for real.
Yeah.
Although you're just fucking, like, I was like taking out the trash, like doing the dishes, and then you pop in and you're like blah 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 blah, click out,
So cool.
Yeah. And when you can't talk, you just listen. Like if the room is interesting,
Yeah, it sounds super duper interesting.
It is awesome. Yeah. Like I like I said, I went in there and I was like, who needs a chat?
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh wow. So
but I think everybody needs a fucking chat today.
Dude, everyone needs chat. That is fucking true. I didn't know how much I missed this.
But we don't talk to anybody
anymore. We don't talk to anyone.
No.
Exactly. That's the thing.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
So I can sit.
Yeah, I definitely see the necessity in the app.
Yeah, but we can set it up afterwards and you can try it out.
Yeah, it sounds very, very interesting.
And I think for you writing your story and all that, talking to, because I saw rooms for writing songs, like join us and write a song, writing song tips. You know, like there's this band called Wolf that followed me, and I checked them out on Spotify, and I was like, this is fucking good music, like some Italian rock band. And I was like, what? No, it was actually rock music up my alley.
Okay.
So it's just amazing to find all these people, and they're approachable. That is the difference here.
Yeah.
Like Instagram does not make it approachable.
No.
You know, if you don't know them, or if they're super famous, you're just going to get into that sort of...
Forget about it.
Yeah, forget about it. So this is like, it's really fun to have these discussions. You can ask, like, if you have a question, because I was thinking about, like, how to get to the, like, how do you, like, pitch a movie? There's a group for it. There is a fucking group for pitching, like, how you pitch a movie or how you do this. Yesterday
That's
we had
awesome.
dude, I was thinking of you. That's why I was like, I got to tell him, like, to join. But it's just like all these different groups. And I talked to a guy yesterday that fucking directed, or that was not directed, sorry, but he was part of making I Am Legend.
Oh, shit.
And we were all just talking about other stuff. But, you know, like, and the cool thing is, like, in the Creative Assembly one, like, every day when you pop in, you get to present yourself. Like, I'm a game artist and a freelance illustrator. I also run the Sketchbook Heroes podcast for creatives around the world. While you create cool shit, we blabber on, you know. You just pitch yourself, and every time you get in, like, I feel like I'm getting better at talking about it. You know what I mean?
So now you're like a pitch pro.
Yeah, no, exactly. And I'm not...
But this is good for us.
This is good
This
for
is
us.
really good
and
for us.
it's just so much fun. Like, I didn't know I was missing this social interaction. And I think maybe that's why I'm happier as well with this energy, because you get to sort of like do all the things that we said to do, connect with people. And this is how you connect right now.
Yeah.
Because we can't go anywhere. Like, where the fuck should we go? There are no events. They're all been canceled, you know, and postponed like a million times now. So this is the place to connect. And right now that it's in sort of its baby phase, it's the best time to sort of
Jump in.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yes. Okay. I'm ready to jump in.
Yeah, dude. Like, yesterday we laughed so hard, like, because of like just stupid things. Like, the conversation leads, you know, you're talking about serious stuff, and then suddenly, you know, something happens in the background or something, or someone changes their fucking profile picture to something super stupid that in the moment kind of works, and you're just like, what the fuck? So it feels like you're talking to friends, you know what I mean? Like this today, they were like, Ilias, did you want to say something? And I was like, yeah, but I got a phone call, because phone calls interrupt the thing, so it kind of takes you out of the chat. And I was like, yeah, there was some guy that wanted to clean my pipes, which was actually a plumber service that called me. And I was like, my actual pipes, you know, in the house. Like, because when I said it, and everyone, you know, laughed, and it was like 30 people in the room. And it's just stuff like that kind of make it so genuine to talk to these people. And the smaller rooms, I would say, where you can actually get heard are the best ones.
Yeah.
And also, because you can get the chance to ask, you know, actual questions to the people that you admire. Like yesterday, a guy, like, he was so, like, there was this photographer that is amazing. Like, he does these like sci-fi-esque like portraits and stuff, and they're amazing, dude. They almost look painted sometimes, but they're not. But he just, like, he color grades and does a lot of tricks, you know, so that he gets these amazing like sci-fi looking colorful images. And then he adds, you know, some stuff to it, you know, that kind of enforce that feeling. But he had a fan in that group. Like, the photographers knew who he was. And he had won like 7 years in a row, like the most creative photographer ever.
What the fuck?
Dude, yes. And I was like, who's this guy? And I went in. Wow. I was like, I want to do photography like he does.
Yeah.
You know, like, it was art. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, I did like tweak the colors. No. He was an artist in his own right.
Awesome.
And this guy who was just like, he didn't even know what to say. And he's like, and that photographer was like, dude, you can ask me anything. And he was like, I know. And that's the problem. Like, he was trying to sort of, you know, like when you can't fake it and you just don't know what to say.
No, you get stumped.
Yeah. So he was so excited. He was like, you're the reason why I'm doing this. And he just like, it was so cool. Like, it was so cool to see, because it's not only about talking. Like, some of the stories that we've heard on there, damn, some are like super like depressing and sad, but kind of inspiring in their own right, because you go to their accounts, you check their Instagram, and you're like, yeah.
Of course.
No, but you just see their profile picture, you're like, who's this? And then like,
Damn.
Mm-hmm. They're really, really good. Like, and that's why I love about this community, that everyone's approachable.
Yeah.
Like, the only groups that aren't are the ones where they're panels, you know?
Yeah.
And just like some schmoes pros giving out boring tips, or like it's boring, just, you know, like, I think the best rooms are the discussion ones where they invite people over to share the experience that they have had with whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah.
So it is... Woo! Awesome app. So far. Like, I think it's going to go the same direction as any other app, but right now it is a lot of fun.
Cool.
And super addictive, so be careful.
Okay.
But the thing is, it's audio, so you can actually do stuff while you...
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Procrastinate.
Yeah. Dude, very much so.
Awesome. All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
So it's the only tool that I've used, and I'm hoping that it's going to lead for like to some more freelance gigs, some fun stuff. Because I've already been asked to do 2 projects that I can't do. One guy wants to do a comic that he has an idea for, and I was like, dude, comics is
It's too much work.
too much work, dude. It's and I actually got to explain it in one of the, because he wrote to me on Instagram like, dude, love your work. We need to do something like a comic. And I was like, dude. And then like a half a day later, someone brought it up like, Ilias, blah, blah, blah. I want to do a comic with you in the group because I just checked your stuff out. That is exactly the style that I want. And then this other guy was like, I already tried. And then like, could you just tell us why it's so complicated? And then I started explaining how comics aren't just drawings, you know, how it is composition and
You're
the
making
story.
a movie, more or less.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And all the characters need to have, you know, their personalities and everything. And then you actually have to somewhere stick like speech bubbles as well. Like, you know, you need them to fucking talk.
Yeah, and that
And,
needs
like,
to be fitted in, and it needs to flow
within
and
the
it needs
composition.
to, like,
Yeah. I was like,
so
I have no
much.
idea how to do that. And then if you make one change,
yeah.
like I could do it probably, but it would take me ages to do the one page or the panel just to figure out each panel for a page.
Yeah, like you would not be able to afford us.
And then we had, that's what I said as well. I would need to charge you for like a year's worth just for me to figure this shit out. Like it wouldn't be fair to you and it wouldn't work for me either.
Yeah,
Like,
no. But that's so cool.
but those
I love
conversations, you know.
that you can actually have that and
Yes.
have people listen as well.
Yeah.
Not just not listen.
Yeah, no, but that's what I mean. And you can ask stuff and look dumb, but the thing is you don't. Like I asked, like I was like, how do you do that? Like, what? Oh, I do this, and then we have this thing that does it, or that it's a drone camera, or you know, like you just ask stuff, and who cares if they think you're dumb?
Because I think a lot of listeners are probably thinking what I thought in the beginning as well. It's like, well, I don't have anything good to say. Nobody's going to want to listen to me or blah, blah, blah. But then I started thinking about when I went back to school in Australia.
Yeah.
And I had seriously no clue about anything that they talked about. I felt like the most stupid dude on the planet.
And you're in the industry when you got there. You know what I mean? Like,
and
you're
I'm
already
at the same
established.
age as the teacher, you know,
Yeah.
and I've done more than the teacher.
Yeah.
But it's still like, what the fuck is he talking about?
What the fuck is this?
So I was always the guy like, dude, sorry, man, you lost me. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, you need to explain this in like simple terms. And everybody was like, thank you.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Because nobody
all the time.
like nobody wants to be that guy. So just be that guy. Like,
always be that guy. Like, because you're saving others when you do that. Like, you're saving them the discomfort. And
Exactly.
maybe they're going to check you out for it as well. Like, not that shouldn't be your reason. But it's such a nice thing to do because everyone's like holding a question, and then as soon as someone asks it, you're like exactly like you explained it. Like, so thankful that someone else did.
Exactly. But you don't want to be the guy that's like, after they have explained that, you still go like, I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Like,
That's a dumb guy.
Yeah, exactly. There's a balance there.
But actually, there was like we've like every day there's a different theme. Today's marketing. You know, like how do you people market yourselves? So it's been Instagram, it's been LinkedIn, it's been TikToks, it's been everything. Like people share. Someone's like, I just give a business card.
Nice.
I only do it face to face, and that stuff. And now you can't do that. How do you do it then? And yesterday we had like this one where you check each other's, you check the latest post, or you check someone's Instagram and you give them feedback.
Okay.
So you introduce yourself, like this is my Instagram, and then like the chat goes quiet because everyone's on Instagram checking out their work, and we call it the Instagram silence.
Yeah.
Like
Chirp.
yeah. But it is like someone's talking, and then he's like quiet, and everyone's checking the Instagram, so no one's replying because you have to go back to the app to unmute yourself to talk.
Okay.
Yeah. So you have to do that, because otherwise everyone's mic would be on and you'd hear them sort of cooking.
But you can still listen while you're on Instagram.
Yeah, no, that's the thing.
So you don't
You can do anything. You can even turn on Spotify and it'll play at the same time.
What?
Like the chat, nothing overwrites the chat.
Oh, shit.
The chat is the top layer of everything you do on your phone.
That's weird. And that's super cool.
Yeah. It's super nice because you can be scrolling. Because the thing is, if you press someone's avatar, it opens up their profile on the app, and then you can sort of like, if people have filled out, I hate people with empty bios. So you write a proper bio of what you do, what you're about, what you've worked on, because it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have like the option to add your Twitter and your Instagram. So you can choose if you want both or one. And then you can click through that. It opens up on Instagram. And you're still hearing them talk, and then like, yeah, and I did this, and you can actually see what they're talking about, and you can give them feedback if that's what they asked for, or if that's the theme of the group or the day, and it just keeps going.
Awesome.
Dude, it is so much fun. Like I even went to some rooms that was called like morning,
Glory.
glory. Let's pretend it's called that. And it was just people sort of waking up in Sweden. It was a Swedish group, and it was just like they talked about fucking semla not fucking semla, but about the pastry semla
Yeah.
for hours. And I was like, it was fun.
Yeah.
But I wanted groups that kind of made sense to me.
Maybe give you something to
to kind of
feed your creativity a bit.
So jumped out of that. But it's still like there are a lot of fun groups to sort of enjoy.
And then
there.
you went to buy a semla.
And then I don't eat semla.
No,
so
I know.
Moving on.
So
Clubhouse is the app, but you need an invite.
Cool. Clubhouse. You're going to see the logo thing, app thing there.
Clubhouse.
Yes. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Dude, that sounds super interesting. Let's
quit the podcast and just go on.
I'm like, let's hook me up with that. And then I'll try to explore as much as I can this
and follow
week.
up next week?
Yeah. So I'll have something to talk about on tools.
Clubhouse is the greatest thing that I've ever had.
The Clubhouse episode. Awesome. All right. I haven't done anything with tools at all this week. Only working. So moving on, I think.
Moving on, yeah.
But thank you for that. That was really inspiring and good. And nice self-promotion there too as well. Yeah. Good. Practice is paying off.
Yep.
But yeah, moving on. Retro
with Ilias and Robert So cool when you can see it on camera.
Rock and roll. I was like, I forgot that we were recording.
This is so lame.
Yeah. So yeah, big explosion.
It's so much cooler when you can't see us. I promise you that much.
Yes, for sure.
So what do we have on retro? I have seen the last. I was going to say sketchbooks of the Caribbean. It's pirates.
Oh,
Pirates.
The last one.
The last one. Salazars Salad.
I saw it, but that was a while ago, and
It's
I
dog shit.
Don't really remember much of it.
It's dog shit.
It was better than I thought it was going to be. I remember that much, but that's all I remember. Like,
it feels like such a it starts off fun, like with the sort of like they're going to rob the bank, and then they rob the house. Basically, they grab the whole thing and they ride away with it with the horses. Kind of fun, my kids laughed.
Kind of been done in the Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, but the movie doesn't get better than that.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
But yeah, it still has what's his name? Ox face dude. Salazar.
Oh, Salazar. Yeah, I don't remember his name.
Yeah,
I've totally lost it.
The
guy from
flip the coin. Flip
Yeah.
the coin, dude.
But fuck it.
Yeah, but fuck it.
That's about the sort of like the rating system for this movie.
Yeah, Salazar's Revenge. All right.
Yeah, it's called something else in the U.S. though. Like it's Salazar's Revenge or who cares? This movie sucks.
Yeah.
Moving on.
It has a good logo. It has that golden sort of skull with Mayan things on it. Like, so the poster looked awesome.
I actually, you know what I made? What I did as a mistake though? I rented it on Viaplay when I have Disney Plus. Like a moron.
Dude.
So I paid for this movie. And that's why it sucked extra hard.
Yeah. My brain wanted
It
to do
sucked.
something with
Dude,
Maybelline.
it sucked, but fuck.
Maybe he paid for it.
Nice.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
ASMR.
Yeah. What did I see? I saw a Crawl again.
Crawl.
But this time, so I remember it. I like it. I actually do like it. It's I've always had this sort of thing for
Croc
animals.
movies? Oh, okay.
Yeah, also crocodiles or
'Cause
alligators.
wasn't Lake Placid a good one?
Yes.
Right?
At least,
That's the one
at
I
least
remember.
the first one.
Oh, there's the second
I
one.
think there's
Cool.
2. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the first one still holds up. It's
I like the one.
It's
Is
funny.
that the one with the grandma?
Yeah.
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 Cool.
Bette Midler as the grandma.
Was it?
Yes. Yeah.
Fuck, I don't remember that.
Yeah. No, it's awesome. So if you haven't seen Lake Placid, that's definitely a good recommendation. But yeah, Lake Placid, awesome. But Crawl is more serious.
Butt crawl.
Butt crawl, butt fuck. we are
so tired. Okay.
nailing all of it today.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, we are.
But
Fuck. Produced by Sam Raimi, not directed by.
as I
And I think like also presented by Sam Raimi.
Ta-da.
Just it's monsoon season kind of, like a hurricane comes in, takes over a town, everybody's sort of escaping. Girl's dad is trapped in a house and they find out that there are alligators in the basement and they need to save the dad. Like, premise is pretty basic, but it works.
Cool.
It still works.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the croc effects are like,
Dude, as they are, like,
but
it's that type of movie. The budget isn't going to be the best.
no. And I think if you go in knowing that,
Yeah.
you're not going to notice it as much as if you think it's going to be super duper good. But yeah, I definitely recommend it. It's on the Swedish Netflix, so like easy to watch.
Dude, if you get into a room where you get to talk about this shit, invite me in.
Oh yeah,
Like, yeah, you can do that. You can send a note to a friend, like,
Oh, okay.
join this room.
cool.
Because talking, like, or we can create that room. Like, let's make up a movie, script, and then
retro ramblings.
Yeah. Just like something.
Awesome.
We could even make a sketchbook heroes group if we want to, sort of promote the podcast,
Oh my
talk
God.
about creativity, whatever. But I would love to, but I would.
There's so many butts.
So many butts in this, and but god damn it, unintentional, son of a bitch.
Maybe start with a
But I don't have in me. I have butt. Butt is my thing. I'm the butt man.
You have butt in you.
What was it that you said
I was.
that I made a last name for you? Robert
Oh yeah. What was it?
Fuckman? No.
No, Shitman.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
I'm Buttman.
You're Buttman and Shitman.
Buttman and Shitman.
One comes out of the other. So
Cool.
cool.
Like real friends.
What else did I see?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of. Let me just quickly go through my thing.
Oh yeah, because I did the Savage Wolverine tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
I watched. Well, maybe I said that last week. No,
Did you?
like it all gets blurry.
I
but
don't think
no,
so.
I watched Wolverine as like a theme.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched the Wolverine when he goes to Japan.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
It's okay. Like it's one of the better ones. Still bad. But
Yeah, still bad, but
not as bad as many of the X-Men ones. And then I watched the first X-Men
Mm-hmm.
just to see what that was all about.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's okay. Like
How has it aged though?
as well as you might expect.
Okay. Yeah.
there are some things that are like extremely visibly bad.
But it kind of like when you say that, I have this sort of expectation that's very low, but acceptable. Although I don't think I'm going to like the movie because I never liked them.
But the story is there, and it did set up everything.
Yeah, because I remember seeing it and being annoyed about Wolverine pushing people with his claws.
Yeah.
He's like, ha! And they're like, oh no, I've been pushed.
But they do some cool things in there too. And it's so fun seeing Hugh Jackman as Wolverine the first time.
Yeah.
Like, he's so young and naive and like, oh, you have no idea what this is going to do. Like,
and that haircut, though, that he has, oh my God.
Yeah.
They're like when they're really trying to get that Wolverine hair.
They're like trying to not make it look like they've been trying.
Yeah. Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah. But I mean, there's still, like, for me, definitely nostalgia was there. It is the first DVD I ever got.
What?
Yes, that was the first DVD I ever got. It's the first one.
When the fuck did that movie come out?
About the same time as the PS2. Yeah.
But
I mean, I had VHS for a long time. But so when I got the PS2, I got 2 DVDs.
I'm so confused when DVDs came along.
Two games. So yeah, I got the first X-Men and I got Coyote Ugly. And
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember you getting that.
And they bought it for me as like a joke, but I probably watched that more than
I've
X-Men.
actually seen it more times than I care to admit.
Yeah.
Because you can try to resist, try to hide from my kiss and all that.
I was just going to go into it.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
But don't drink when we say but, because this is like,
you are going to be
you're going to get poisoned. Yeah, you're going to get fucking poisoned. It's going to be bad.
So bad. What else did I see?
I haven't seen anything, I think. I've been doing things.
Yeah, I mean, I've been drawing most of the nights this week as well, but I'm pretty sure I've seen something else, but maybe I'm just lying to myself.
Yeah, I think I've only seen
Wanda, yeah.
And that I saw like last night just to be able to talk about it here.
I saw it Friday morning.
Also, there was a group on Clubhouse talking about 7th episode of Wanda. Fuck! Fuck me. Wanda! It's Wanda, boy. Yeah, so I saw WandaVision. God damn it, I hate that name now. WandaVision.
It's like
Wand. Yeah, I know, but then you think about it too much, and then it's Wanda.
Yeah. So you want to talk about it?
I want.
Yeah, all right. Let's dive into it. Spoilers for episode...
Everything.
6 and 7 and...
6 and 7, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's be honest.
More
I
or
don't
less.
remember that one, but...
Yeah. Yeah. Blah, blah, blah. All right. Episode 7, WandaVision.
Super slow to super awesome.
Exactly. Pretty
like
much the theme for every goddamn episode. Yes.
But we're getting close to the end. Why are they fucking dragging their feet? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, why are they still doing
No,
this?
but the thing is, they're not done. Like this.
But we need wrap up. You know, like...
This can't be the main baddie. Like this
I don't think
like
so. I think this
Agnes
is...
or Agatha.
Agatha.
Agatha Hargrave?
Hargrave. Something...
Hargrave.
H, I think.
Yeah. Agatha is... definitely being manipulated or
Maybe.
working with I think Mephisto is like the big bet.
Mephisto, which one is that? Is that the floating head?
No, that's
I don't remember his name.
What's his name?
He was in Lego as well, like the Lego Star Wars games.
Yeah, he's in Spider-Man, like the
oh yeah, that's where
animated
he's from. Yeah. True. That's where he's from.
Fuck, it's gone. Doesn't matter. Yeah, it's not Fiery Floaty Head. It's I think he's like a demon or
I think no, he's in Mephisto.
Yeah, Mephisto.
Yeah, I was like, no, he's not a demon, he's a space dude.
Oh yeah.
But
No,
you're talking about Mephisto.
he's a demon, so he's kind of like Satan-ish. Big baddie. I don't really know anything about him other than I think they used a part of his sort of being to create the kids, like Wanda's kids. So like a lot of evil energy and stuff. And he's been known to work with Agatha.
Okay, on and
Like
off.
yeah. So there's definitely a connection there. Or there's another baddie called Nightmare that I don't know anything about
Anything
either, because I haven't read any of the
Oh, dude,
Wanda
this is not my
stuff.
jam. Yeah.
So that's why I really enjoy it, because it's new territory, just like Guardians of the Galaxy was when that came. It was like,
Yeah,
I'd never heard
read,
of it.
yeah.
Like, and it was kind of
I knew
famous.
Rocket Raccoon, and I
I
knew about
hadn't even
Groot,
seen that.
but it's the only thing I knew of that. I didn't even know about Star-Lord.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
No,
Like,
but and it's actually like one of the Guardians books is one of the highest grossing comic books.
really?
Yeah, I think in the top 10.
Okay, cool.
So it's like apparently it is popular.
It is popular,
but
yeah.
yeah. I
But
had never
again,
heard
we
of it.
didn't know about the comic mentioned, the comic artist from the previous episode that
yeah.
Chrissa mentioned.
Fuck, I forgot to
And
check him
then
out.
one of our, like,
Yeah, I saw that.
yeah, you saw that, right?
We got called
Like,
out.
you didn't know about it? I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's how you lose listeners from Italy, I guess.
Ba-ba-da-ba-ba.
or like that.
Or like that. Just be an ass. We love you, Italian bastards.
And asses.
But
all right. So yeah.
also, Agatha,
Kidnap the
from
fucking
what
kids. Sorry.
Yeah. She did kidnap the kids. But from what I had to look her up because I wasn't like,
Yes, good.
I didn't know about her.
I know nothing about her.
And it said that she actually teaches, she's brought in somehow to teach Wanda in the comic to use her powers.
Oh, okay.
Or like teaches her magic. So I don't know how they're going to tie that angle in, if they are tying that angle in. Like, so it's going to be interesting. Yeah.
Very interesting. Yeah, so maybe she is like being brainwashed, or not
Maybe.
brainwashed, or like manipulated to be a baddie, but maybe not is that much of a baddie.
Or maybe it's like that origin is that happened, and then, you know, like the way they parted back then maybe pissed her off.
I'm
or
pretty
something.
sure she is a baddie. Like,
I think she is.
I-
I don't know though.
Yeah, because in the comics, I think she actually did kill the dog, like she said she did.
Oh yeah, shit. She says that in this as
Yeah.
well, right?
That was like the thing at the end
yeah,
of
at
the
the
song.
end, yeah,
It's
that
like,
was
oh
it.
yeah, I killed Scrappy, or whatever
Yeah.
the
Oh,
fuck
that
his
was
name
it. Yeah. I didn't dream that.
Yeah,
That wasn't just my morbid mind. I was like, wow.
yeah.
Kill
And
the puppy.
then, and apparently she has a son called like Nick or Nicholas or something.
Cool name, bro.
And they're speculating that the rabbit that she has is the son, like her son. And he transforms into Quicksilver. So he is like the imposter Quicksilver dude. Because
I
at
like
the
it.
very end,
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that end scene when
Might have fallen asleep.
when she oh man, I can't remember her name now. The black girl.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, I totally lost. She was awesome as well. So
Yeah,
good.
like she got her superpowers.
Yeah.
Fuck. Damn. Again, brain farts.
Yeah, dude. I'm so terrible right now.
Rambo, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But she goes to Agatha's house, opens up the basement doors, and then Quicksilver comes out and like, what's he say?
I did not
like,
see that. I need to go back.
Snoop for Snoops or something like that. He just said something
Yeah,
similar to that. I don't know.
Snoop for Snoop.
Yeah, and
In
you're
that
like,
voice.
Yeah, so I assume she gets like kidnapped, or next episode is gonna
she-
pick up right there, and she's
she
gonna like
kicks.
fire fist. him
What the
or
fuck was
whatever.
her power though?
I don't know. But
am
no,
very
she
intrigued.
definitely went full Neo and just
Oh,
like saw the
dude.
Matrix.
Yeah,
Like,
that was super cool.
yeah.
And I loved the effect in her eyes.
Yes,
'Cause that can always
blue
look-
was
yeah,
so
'cause it-
fucking dope.
Yeah,
I
it
loved
looked
it.
so awesome because usually it just doesn't look that good when
It
people
kind of
have.
felt like a Lowell type illustration. Like
Yeah, it
that
was
glow
cool.
effect.
Yeah, it was
sort of.
very nice. Like I really liked it because sometimes when they light people's eyes up, it's like
Yeah, but that
this one
looked
was
good.
nice. Like it looked like it was happening for
Yeah.
real. Yeah.
And they were like, because when you see her go through that portal or
Yeah.
whatever it is, the veil or the hex, she gets split up into all of these different versions of her,
Oh, I love
and
that.
then
yeah.
she collects herself.
Yeah, I love
And
that.
then goes through.
Mhm.
So there's something about that, and
yeah,
that's
it
referenced-
splits you up. Like
ex-
it does something to you when you go in. It's
Yeah.
really nice.
Exactly. So like when she like assembled herself there, that's when she sort of went over and got her power, or like took
but
charge.
I wonder what happened there. You know, like what is really happening here? Like, did she have the power? Was it an innate power, or did it because she sort of fought her way through the barrier? That's something.
That was like the third time she went through.
I know.
And
That's why I'm
told
thinking.
her like it is changing you. Like, you can see.
Exactly.
But she was like dismissive of the whole thing all the time. So maybe she already knew that it was. Like happening.
I don't think so. I just think she has a hero complex that she needs to, like throw herself into danger to save everyone else.
Yeah, I guess.
So
makes sense.
Yeah.
But that's super interesting to see, like follow up with what's going to happen with her.
Yeah.
Is that going to be a new franchise?
7th episode.
Yeah. And
super excited about the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's usual.
But I love how Vision sort of gets like stopped, and it's like the people are crossing the road, it's construction, it's this, and then he sits in that chair like, why am I sitting in this chair talking to you? And then just flies away. Just like so good. He kind of gets like mind fucked to just like suddenly in a chair, like what?
But I really loved the like Modern Family vibe of the episode, and like they did it well.
Yeah.
But like what's next? Because now
I think I might enjoy it if I watch it again. I think I might enjoy it in the way that it's sort of like, maybe you'll appreciate the way they tell the story now. Because in the beginning, you're like, what the fuck? And then like, what the fuck? And then, they just keep what the fucking it.
Yeah.
And if you watch it from the beginning, because it is like, I got to give it to Disney that it is a brave way to tell a story.
Oh, this is
and
ballsy.
And Matthias Carlson called it as well. Like, this is a fucking, like, they're going out on a limb telling the story like this because it's such a throw off.
Yeah.
And it drags on.
Yeah.
But maybe I think if you watch it a second time without the element of surprise, it might actually feel a bit cooler and just innovative
I think so
way.
too.
Yeah, I think so too.
And you're probably going to see a lot more Easter eggs and stuff in there as well once you have like the full.
Yeah, I've been
going to see the build up to.
Yeah, I've been a bit
Agatha
terrible at watching it because I've been doing stuff at the same time. But this episode I didn't.
Yeah.
But because last time I hadn't seen it properly, like I was like.
This one I actually drew at the same time, so I kind of went in and out of it.
And I think that ruins it. Yeah. Because I noticed last time I was like, I have no idea.
But I mean, towards the end, I couldn't draw anymore.
No.
Like,
towards the end, I was totally there. Yeah. But I apparently missed some.
And I like that Darcy is her name. Like that she's in the Hex as well.
That she's in the Hex.
Like,
yeah.
Like with Vision as well, like giving him his backstory and like like because he didn't even know about the fucking Avengers.
And
like,
that the military guy, asshole or whatever his name was, wants Vision. It's all about Vision and not about Wanda.
Exactly.
It's pretty cool. Like they want to activate him as a robot again or like a machine to
or
use
probably
a weapon.
Yeah,
let's
dissect them. I guess just learn how to make more Ultrons. But again,
because that worked out so good.
Yes.
Let's rebuild that asshole.
But I am definitely feeling like after I saw it, I went and started researching a little bit more about the actual House of M storyline that this apparently is kind of based on. So I just went on YouTube and watched when you can get a storyline summarized in a few minutes.
Yeah.
So I watched Avengers Disassembled and the House of M, and they go sort of hand in hand. So Disassembled is first, and then from there goes House of M. And I can definitely see where that's where they're going with the rest of the Marvel phase.
Okay,
And it's huge. Like it's crazy. If they're gonna go that way, wow! Like holy shit!
Yeah, I have no idea where it's going. Like I haven't watched anything outside of this. I'm not familiar with the comics this far.
It's
like
more or less what it is. Pretty much everybody dies, and then Wanda makes alternate reality for everybody where all of their wishes are fulfilled. So they live like
what?
super happy life and like everything is pitch perfect. But Wolverine, because he is going to be brought back in like in some way here, because he's gone like time traveled and done all of this, like his brain has been fucked with so many times that his healing factor has learned how to heal his memories.
His memories, yeah.
So when he wakes up in like the new reality, he remembers the old one.
Mm-hmm.
And he wakes up and he's like in bed with Mystique.
Yeah, I've actually seen this like comic where he's like, I don't know if it was just like I don't know where the fuck I saw this, but I've seen some page from that I think like something from that when Wolverine fights in this alternative reality against like fucking I don't remember, but it was something related to this.
Okay.
Like Wolverine and the Scarlet Witch and some other stuff.
Yeah.
I just can't.
But so he is pretty much the key to like you guys are all in a different universe. This isn't reality. Like we need to bring back.
Oh yeah, because he's such a
realness.
smooth talker as well. So he's really good.
For sure. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to go into too many details to spoil it. Like if you want to know about that and don't have the books and want to read them, definitely go look at Comic Storian is what I check out. It's a guy.
Is it on YouTube?
It's on YouTube.
Oh, then dude, send me a link and I'll link it in when I post it.
Awesome. But he's got like a really great narrative voice, and they show just the necessary sort of pages and panels and stuff.
He
really
plans.
really good, and they're kind of short too. So it's like a 5-minute with the first book and 10 minutes with the second one or something.
Mm-hmm.
Easy to watch, so you just understand like the full spectrum of what
I
the
just
fuck is going
remembered
on.
something. I'm gonna give you before we end the podcast. Mortal
Kombat. Awesome. Oh yeah. Yeah. Thank you for sending me that, by the way.
Yes. Actually, I got it sent to me.
Of course you did.
So
yeah. But
from Moose Otakul on Instagram, I think.
damn,
Because
everybody's
I murdered your name, dude. I have no idea how you say that.
It's Moosey. Okay.
It's Moosey?
Yeah, Moosey.
Mussolini?
I just made that up.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Moosey.
I listen to the Moosey. No, I have no idea how you say your name. We should talk.
But yeah, fucking Mortal Kombat is
Yes.
coming, and it is for real, and it's got actors in it. Ta-da.
And no. What I love about this is how serious it feels.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like the effects are good.
Ish.
Exactly. That's what I mean.
But it's
they're-
early trailer. Like, hopefully they'll have time to...
Dude, it comes out
polish.
in April. They don't have a lot of time.
They have time to polish. Especially
they're
Goro.
not.
They can't leave Goro that way.
Oh, he looks like the fucking Mortal Kombat version. You know, like the first Mortal Kombat movie. Almost to a fault.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I'm like...
Like a bit fake.
Mm-hmm.
But 3D, I guess, this time around. And not... Oh, shit, what is it called? When they have the puppets. Come on, give me the word. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know.
When they go for
prosthetics.
No.
It's called...
Jesus Christ.
Puppets.
We've said this so many times on the show. All I have in my head right now is mocap. That has nothing to do with this.
No,
and
that's
it's
the
just,
opposite.
No. I know. But, oh my God. We're idiots.
Practical effects.
No, that's not what it's called.
Something.
The puppets are called... Thing.
Yeah.
Like, bing.
Let's just call it puppets. Okay?
Puppets, yeah.
Goro was a puppet.
But the trailer does look fun.
Yeah.
And it looks like the right amount of serious and silly sort of mixed in without it being haha silly, you know. Like it's hard to sell something that dark.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and not sort of ruin it along the way. I don't know. Like when they made that dragon thing in the trailer, I was like, no.
But it is in the game.
Goro, I was like, no.
Yeah.
Is there a big fucking whatever the fuck dragon that was?
Yeah, that's a Liu Kang finish him thing.
Yeah.
So
maybe they could have done another one.
Yeah,
that
definitely.
done just like darker and like,
because that's where it
less
sort
visible.
of that sort of took me out of it.
Oh yeah, dude.
when-
Same.
when they did
as soon
that.
as I saw that, I was like, no.
Up until that point, I was like,
Mhm.
I can buy this.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
And I love the fact that they started off with Sub-Zero like ripping Jack's arms off.
Dude, you know what I love the most about?
It's so brutal.
Yeah,
Like-
and you get that story here, and it hasn't happened yet.
Yes.
And also love that Scorpion has a Japanese accent.
Yes.
Yes, he has a fucking, like, he feels like a real person now.
And I think this is the Scorpion story. Like, it's going to be the setup.
But it's cool. Like I'm
it's
really
already
loving
a
it.
franchise.
And I loved when they introduced themselves. Like, I'm excited for this one, you know.
The only, Kano is the one that doesn't really... He didn't really sell it to me.
Pay attention to him.
Because he didn't, he doesn't have the metal face thing. He only has a robot eye.
Oh.
And he shoots it.
Like a small one?
No, he has like a scar, and then he has a red eye.
Oh, okay. But I'd rather have that than like
that.
a crappy,
Yeah.
So maybe. Because same thing with the Jack's hand when he shows it up.
Yeah, it's a little too
3D. Yeah, CGI. Yeah, not great. Yeah. But if they can cut fast past those things and not have them in focus,
keep it moving. Yeah, exactly.
That's the mistake that all these movies.
Keep it moving on.
Why don't they just do that? Like when you have, someone gives you Mortal Kombat, and then you feel the need to show a close up of a robot hand that is entirely CG animated. Why would you want to do that? Because it's going to break it's going to break that illusion.
Exactly. You don't have to have it like a POV shot of him looking at his hand so we can see it. No, so you can have him sitting at a table and moving it and
further
and then,
away. It doesn't even have to be. Yeah, it doesn't
something.
even have to be in focus.
No,
we know. We know he has robot arms. We just don't want them to look sucky when you try to show us them. Break that fucking illusion.
Yes.
Because. Dude, I loved how Sub-Zero looks. I love Scorpion's look, that they've taken it in a little different direction, but kind of, they kept some stuff and then...
You still haven't seen that animated one?
No, I haven't, because it's available nowhere. Or is it?
I mean...
Somewhere. That I don't have to pay for it?
Yeah, well, at my house, I guess.
I have VPN, so I can jump in on any, any... country's Netflix or something like that. I don't know where you saw it though. Did you buy it?
I bought it at PlayStation on the PlayStation.
Oh shit, yeah, not
so happening. It's probably on HBO Max if you have that.
It's not here yet.
So it's probably on HBO.
But I am super excited about this. Though.
Yes. So I think hopefully they got inspired by that a little bit because it is super brutal and it is Scorpion story and it is really cool. Of course, the animation could be a lot better, but the story is gripping, and it is I want to see that.
Yeah.
So if they can just take a little bit from that story-wise, I think this might actually work.
Yeah, I hope they can
set up different stories.
I hope that they do take because I think if you can add story to Mortal Kombat that isn't Avenge My Brother, it could be good. You know what I mean? Give the character, flesh him out a bit if you can, because is it a movie or a show? I didn't quite get it. It's a movie, right? So we'll see how much they can sort of put in it, but it felt like there was something there, not only main cast, but bad guys as well. They get a bit of a...
What do you think of the new guy?
Which one was the new guy?
Exactly.
It was
the MMA guy
shit.
with
I
had this birthmark.
Oh, yeah. A bit unsure about that one. Yeah, because it was it's not a birthmark. Yeah. You're an asshole.
I'm pretty sure he is
I hope he's awesome.
He's Scorpion's kid for sure.
That would be cool.
He's got to be connected, or Sub-Zero's, or something like that.
Or maybe their son.
Yeah.
He has two dads.
Icy cold and spicy hot.
Spicy hot, yeah.
Yeah. Best of.
And what did you get, son? A titty tattoo.
Yes. What was his name? Cole or something?
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I like
the guy in sweatpants.
Before you mentioned him,
you had forgotten.
I had forgotten it. That's how cool he was.
But he is the guy that leads us through the story, because you have all of these characters, and he's going to be
"Can I get
who are you and who are those guys?" And then so they can explain to him. So for people that for some reason don't know about this franchise, can get that explained. That's got to be it.
I hope the Shang Tsung from the original Mortal Kombat movie has a cameo in this one.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That would be nice. He's just I don't know, a fish vendor. Fuck if I know.
Yeah.
Just anything.
He should be there.
Or
that the Shang Tsung.
Shang Tsung.
Shang Tsung. that character just transforms to him for like a split second.
Oh, that would be so
right?
Yeah, just like anything.
Yes.
I'll take anything like that they can throw at us.
Victory.
So good.
But it's so funny that it's Mulan's dad that plays him now. Like,
It's
we
weird.
knew you were fucking evil. Yes. Evil Mulan.
Fucking evil.
Fucking evil. Yeah.
Yeah.
Butt fucking and
Butt fucking evil.
And, yeah.
But fucking evil.
That is Mortal Kombat.
That is Mortal Kombat in a nutshell. Turtle power!
But nonetheless, excited for this movie.
Yes,
It's going to be so much fun to see. And, like, seriously, one of the reasons to get HBO Max.
Dude, yes.
Like, fuck again. A lot of fucks here. Snyder Cut.
When's that coming, though? Like, I'm already getting tired. Like, just wrap that shit up and put it
I
out.
think it's April-ish.
Yeah, I'm going to watch Mortal Kombat first.
Oh, yeah.
And we're
Yeah.
watching it here, right? We're watching it before
Hells
we
yes.
get in here.
Hells yes.
Fuck yes.
Very good.
Very good.
Very good, sir.
Flawless victory.
I will buy so much booze and I'm going to have the best time ever. Yeah. I hope
Finish him.
I'm like, I am going to save this movie. I'm going to love it.
Mhm.
Yes.
No. I think with the right mentality, we're going to enjoy it.
Yeah. It's going to be the
It's
best
going to be a
thing.
hit and miss movie. It's
Yeah.
going to be that. Like, it's going to be really good in some parts and really bad in some. In others. I
I've
mean.
already like made my head ready for the shittiest movie
Yeah.
ever.
Dude,
ever,
same
ever.
here. Like,
But we know that it's going to be that movie.
yeah.
You know?
But I think it's going to be, it's not going to be jiu-jitsu bad.
No.
It's going to,
It already is better. Like,
because jiu-jitsu looked bad when we saw the trailer.
Yeah.
We were like, this is going to be dog shit.
no, but Jiu-Jitsu was a bad version of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
like,
it really was. It really, really is exactly Mortal
I hope they
Kombat.
have Christopher Lambert in it too. That would be awesome.
Yes, if you can do that, like he's some guy on the street that does that thing.
Yeah.
Would love this movie.
Yes.
Just for that, I'll give it like a
And there was no
8
Johnny
out of 10.
Cage.
Good. No, I'm just kidding. That could have been.
So I
maybe
mean,
that is the Cage guy.
or like they're setting it up for the next movie. I mean, I'm sure they've already signed like a 3-movie contract.
But if they can keep sort of the quality of this one, I think I would watch them all.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
because entertainment more than these are awesome movies.
I mean, they have Fawcett.
Yeah, face it.
Face it. They have Face It. With the shitty Mortal Kombat movies that have been made. Just
Yeah.
don't do that.
Yeah.
You're safe.
Don't do the one scene in Mortal Kombat that sucks and you'll be fine.
Easy. So easy.
Boink.
That is the funniest thing ever. They keep that in.
They keep that one scene.
Like, they improve the Goro CG, and
Yeah,
then you
yeah.
have the bouncy thing.
I would just like delete.
Yes. Awesome. No, I can't wait.
Yeah.
So excited.
And also, I
Can't
want to
hide
throw
it.
money at this because this is like stuff that I think is fun.
Definitely worth it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not like there's entertainment here that goes, beyond just trying to make awesome movies, or like great scripts. And like, this is why I love this industry as well. That you take this stupid concept of, this game that started in the 90s, and then you want to make a movie out of it. You take the fun, because it affected, we wanted blood when we were kids.
Yes,
like,
of course.
ripping off heads and like pull out their spine, and then we watch Predator and he pulls out the spine. And it's just like,
That's how it's good.
yeah, and like it's such a cheap way of getting, the attention of kids that think that stuff is cool.
Yeah.
And now you have the nostalgia in us sort of like wanting that as well. So it is like, I'm so excited. But I'm excited about a movie I know is going to suck. That's the thing, It's not like when I watched the first Spider-Man movie and I was so excited that it almost sucked, but it didn't suck. You know what I mean? And then I saw it the same day with you and it was way better.
Yeah.
This movie, I'm not expecting it to be good. I'm
No,
expecting
no.
it to be entertaining. That's the thing. Like,
The
there's
bar's already set. It's
Yeah.
super low. You can walk over it.
yeah.
Like, it's gonna be easy. Just
Yeah.
give
you
me.
you could drag your feet and pass it.
Yes. Exactly. That.
It's so low.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
with that said,
Yeah.
thank you for listening.
Thank you.
Leave a comment. Press a button somewhere.
Smash the thing with the
Yeah,
thing.
with
Make
the
it blue. I tell you to make it blue.
Yeah. And
See, I mean, I
yeah,
get it right.
racist. And but no one's left to listen. So
Yeah.
Hi, Thomas.
my name is Miguel.
Tap 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 tap.
We're out.
See you guys.